interrupt.
How dare you catch up with Rob when he's late to the show and slow us down? The Foldies are waiting. Oh my God. Go, 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 go.
Go.
I mean, I did. We're live already. So.
I know. Press the button to start.
This is Björn Landberg. Welcome to Threefold Talk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Threefold Talk, the show that's on time typically once a year. I'm Rob. I'm Malkier Talks. I, along with these fabulous people, come to you each week and we talk about lots of wheel-time things whenever we can. And in between that, we talk about lots of space things. And we're going to have some fun. We're going to get going rocking quick. But ladies, I'm sensing a disturbance in the wheel.
Amis grew a goatee.
Yes, I love this new style, Amis. How are you doing? Welcome. No, ladies and gents, it's Skeeter! Give a round of applause to Skeeter, everyone.
Hello.
Yes, you've lost your arm and rattle. I got mine. There we go. How are you doing, Skeeter? Welcome to the party. Please introduce yourself to those who don't know you and are living under rocks.
Hi, I'm Skeeter. If you've watched one of these streams before, you've seen me in the chat, so that's pretty much who I am. I'm just here to make jokes.
I mean, he will make jokes. He is funny, but he's also here because like Amis, you have both read and watched the show.
That's true.
Yes.
I hear you've read like multiple times, like Leigh-A, like hardcore reader.
Yeah. I've only actually watched the show once, and that's where I started, which is unusual for me, actually. Normally, I'm a must-read first kind of person, but I watched the show and then decided to read it afterwards, and that's just become my go-to. I don't have anything else I want to listen to at the moment. I put on the Expanse and plow through that in a couple weeks or a month or so.
It must be nice to be able to watch things that you're reading.
Oh, poor Rob.
You chose this, Rob. This is the thing you chose. You're an active participant. You were not kidnapped. You were not bundled up. If you were kidnapped, you would have a much less decorative background behind you.
If I were kidnapped, no. In this modern world, I shouldn't joke about these things. No, I'm doing this voluntarily.
He's in a cell. Don't listen to her.
Yeah, to avoid confusion, just for clarification, I am here of my own volition, reading this book slowly of my own volition and not watching the TV show. Just in case anyone didn't realize how facetious and sarcastic we were all being just then.
He's a YouTube provocateur.
Yes, I suppose so. Yeah. Well, I am excited to have you here, Skeeter, so we can try and crack a new face and see what tells you have. Because the other two
crap a new face.
Crack. Yeah, crack the facade.
That makes more sense. That makes sense.
Especially after this week's read.
Yeah, I also appreciate that you're here because I usually am just like I have no idea what to say because I'm like, oh, so many details that I want to share and I can't. Hence, I just make faces. So I wasn't sure how this was going to go if it was just me.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a while since I've been on a stream where I've had to not spoil things for people, so hopefully I don't fuck that up.
Don't fuck it up,
Think-
Skeet.
Yeah, don't fuck it up. Or do. Or
No.
do.
Don't make me stab you, I guess is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'll stick a placenta on you.
Oh, too soon.
Starting early.
I mean, I could have been worse. I could have played a video, so
You coulda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
coulda.
You coulda. That would have been worse.
All right. Before we get into that, folks, what do we like to do around here?
Torture our guests.
We like to torture our guests. So before we get into anything, let's torture our guests. Skeeter.
So yes, and Rapunzel did ask the question earlier, does Skeeter fear the space sphere? And so hopefully this answers your question, Rapunzel.
We'll find out.
We'll find out how fearful he may or may not be. We're going to need this. This is our space sphere spitter. Ooh, I should like
Here's
recolor it
mine.
or something.
Attack worm.
Great. I didn't know we were doing this. Super.
Yeah. Well, we have new ones, so we like to add them back in for everyone who's done them. So, Leigh-A's going to kick it off with question number 5, and it'd be good and helpful if Rob was there with the banners to put up. So, 5.
If you had to choose, would you regrow an arm or cure syphilis? R.I.P. Shed. I don't think we've asked this one yet.
We haven't asked.
No, I haven't seen this one. Question: do I have space syphilis? Because that might affect my answer.
That is up to your interpretation of the question, Skeeter.
All right. Well, just in case and for the greater good, I would cure space syphilis, I suppose.
Aww.
Wow.
Spoiler alert: you did not have space syphilis, so that's very honorable of you.
Damn it!
SG.
I take it
But
back.
now you can. But now you can never catch space syphilis. So
That's true. That's true. All right, here we go. Space
Okay,
Fox.
follow up question to space syphilis. What would your version of the space CDC that cures space syphilis be called?
Great question.
The SCDC? I don't know.
That's boring.
I know,
Fine.
I'm not good.
no,
at
mine would be the SCD, but it's instead of sent with a C, it's sent with an S. See, I love that. I'm getting head
That's
shakes.
so
and faces.
very. I honestly had a moment. I was like, wait, do British people spell center with an S?
Oh, there we go. LBF says, fortunately, one of the people Skeeter saved from space syphilis discovered how to regrow arms.
Very
There you go.
fractal effects there. I like it.
Love it. Very, very good. All right.
I'm loving how many of these comments YouTube is hiding.
So many. They really don't want us talking about syphilis, apparently.
They don't. Yeah. We're gonna get the stream will get turned off in a second. All right, Mel, you're gonna kick it off with question 1.
Ooh. Okay. What would you drink with Amos?
Tequila, obviously.
Clearly.
Clearly. Obviously.
Robin Rattle for that one.
Well done.
That was funny. I like that. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And then I'm going to ask you question 8. All right, question 8. If you had charts, what would they be about?
I forgot to fix the fucking charts.
I'm a fan of charts for everything. I think we need more space botany charts.
Ooh.
Oh.
Do you
Some
have
more
a particular exoplanetary botany focus?
Well, this week on in my section of the space station, I'm working in the decorative botany department in preparation for upcoming holidays. So, so yeah, decorative botany.
Decorative botany charts.
So please tell me then, how would my new decorative rattlesnake plant to space? It's so pretty.
That's
It looks
gorgeous.
fierce.
And pet friendly.
Yes, I check. Yeah, it needs to be pet friendly in this house.
All right.
She fucking
Well, then I
eats
assume
everything.
well.
You assume well. I like that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm not an expert. I just, make them look pretty.
Do we need botany for the botany? Is that what we need? What?
What is botany?
Yes.
That's an
Right.
Andy Weir Martian reference. Sorry, folks.
Oh my god! I thought that's what you were trying to say.
I just love how
I was like just stretching it. I wasn't sure if you were going that far.
I love how I just love how Watney and Botany kind of they basically rhyme. So
Yeah.
as soon as you said botany, my head went, oh, Mark Watney. So apologies, folks, if you don't know that. We got a lot to do tonight, so we're going to wrap it up with the question. We should have started with Skeeter. Please tell us: would you rather be an Earth Belter or a Martian?
Definitely a belter.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, it did because they're the coolest. They have the most potential for freedom. They're the furthest removed from the corporate structures of Earth and, by extension, Mars.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
And Skeeter, you and I had previously played an Expanse RPG. I think I was a Belter. Were you a Belter too?
I was a Martian in that one.
You were a Martian. Okay.
But he was kind of Belter adjacent. He was a little bit out there for a Martian.
Did he have a Texas accent? Your character.
No, not really. No. He just had dreams of becoming a space pirate and selling lots of cheese.
So is it
that's
super
good.
meta if you play an Expanse RPG based off books that were written based off an RPG?
Super meta.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. feel like it would be.
Super meta.
Interesting.
So now we need someone to write a book about your D&D then.
Yeah.
D&D,
Or, no, let's turn it into a stage play at that point, and then let's start getting cross genre, like
That's good.
even crazier cross genre. So
Nah. Go straight to fanfic, and then you can 50 Shades of Grey that thing, and then just make billions and billions of
That's it.
dollars.
Yeah, perfect.
Nice.
All right,
Money.
that is where the money is. I think it's safe to say that Skeeter has passed the Theater Space Fair. So,
Good job, Skeeter.
I think mostly for the Tokila, if I'm honest.
I mean,
Right.
it's a pretty good one.
It's a very good answer.
Takes
All
it.
right.
And no other questions, because the rules that we completely made up were if you previously feared the spear, where you don't have to do the personal questions again.
Yes.
Unless
Also-
we randomly decide to ask them to you.
Unless the rules decide to change themselves 1 week, we have no control over those
The
rules.
rule we made today was that's our
Yes.
rule today.
That was our
Mostly
rule
because
today.
we have plans, and Leigh-A clearly did not want us to dilly dally
No.
at all.
which you weren't aware of, but pre-show she was like, "Come on, people, time to go."
Yeah,
So-
because now we need to talk about Wheel of Time.
Yes, so let's do that. Michael and Kate, take it away.
and sisters.
It is time to cover up your face.
For the Wheel of Time has news, and we shall dance the spheres with it.
This is the Daily Veil.
Yes. Who wants to do the first one?
Ladies and gents, Broken Binding are releasing special editions of The Wheel of Time.
If you're not
That is the
familiar, Broken
appropriate
Binding
response.
does amazing art covers and rebindings of beautiful books, usually with like colored end pages and like all sorts of beautiful like new art and stuff. And Wheel of Time getting Broken Binding treatment is a big deal. Big deal for Wheel of Time collectors. Big deal.
I'm not normally one for caring about special editions of books. I think in my 20s I probably was, but these days I'm just like, I will have mixed matched books from like, freshly bought charity shops, all that sort of stuff, like beat up, pristine condition. I'm Mitch, I don't care. Like, it's more about the story that I'm after. And I love the character of like where I got this and where I got that and so on and so forth. But I need to, am I hypocritical? Because I'm not a fan of the leather bounds from Brandon of the Wheel of Time. I feel like
you don't like the look of them, or you don't like that he made them?
I don't like that he made them. I'm like, why are you making money off someone else's book series? That feels odd. And then I feel hypocritical because I'm excited for this. Am I hypocritical for that?
No. I don't think so.
I think potentially we wouldn't be as excited by it if the leather bounds had been very successful and gone off without a hitch and had been
I forgot. Yeah, it is true.
Yeah, like I think Broken Binding has such a good reputation and a good like history of doing it very well. And so I guess to me, just the fact that there were issues with the leather rounds, and doing the treatment kind of gives it a second chance of getting a like niche, pretty.
Yeah, and this is what they do. They put other book series into really fabulous sets. So it kind of feels like this is their shtick, and they put a lot of work into it, and it's consistent. And you can buy them, like successfully from abroad and things like that, as opposed to the one-off prints of liverbounds that, like I say, have had issues with the spellings and prints and things like that. But also, if I wanted to buy them here in the UK, it's wicked expensive, even for a special edition. Whereas this, if I know this comes from the UK and Americans can buy them and send them over, they're still pricey, but nowhere near as much as these one-off sets of prints and things that Brandon does. So okay, well, if in chat you're watching back later and you're like, yeah, Rob, you're a hypocrite, I'm okay here. Come at me in the chat. I'll have a conversation with you. I'm totally down for that.
Well, it looks like there's mixed reactions from
the
chat. Like Gnome and Garden didn't like the looks of the leather bound,
right?
While Spuds is pointing out the art inside the leather bound was amazing. So in spite of all the typos, so so
interesting.
So there's everybody's allowed to have their own opinion. So
it's true.
But also, like, can we just say, like, more beautiful versions of the Wheel of Time in existence is never a bad thing, right?
That is true. Yes, I'm always down for more Wheel of Time stuff. Yes, regardless how I feel about other things, I'm always down for more Wheel of Time things. It's just put more of it out there, people.
Like, I remember when Barnes and Noble started doing leather bounds of classics, like way back in the 90s or whatever, and I remember looking at them and just being like, oh my god, I would love to have a library full of all of those like gorgeous books, and could never afford them. But you know, this is something I feel like I would really want.
I got like 7 months to like get some bank going.
I know, right? I know.
So I can afford these broken bindings.
Probably gonna be $300 or something for the whole set would be my guess.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's what's nice about getting them in increments.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I wonder how they release them as well. Like, are they going to do like one every 6 months, few months, 2 months, 1 month?
I think it's packaged in 3, isn't it? If I remember right.
Oh,
does it actually
at
say?
a time?
It does not say.
I got an email from him. Let me see if I can provide some insight.
Oh, okay. Many reveals and announcements coming.
Oh, that's the same thing. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I must have
delighted to share the, oh wait,
For the
delighted to share
first
the
3
full
books in the series. Yeah,
Which will be
so
going
we will
on
have
sale
many
at the
reveal
end of the year.
announcements. Yeah, but for now we're delighted to share the full list of specs for the first 3 books in the series.
So have
Which will be
folded signature pages, new cover art, PLC boards, digital edges, illustrated end papers, full color interior illustrations, full color fold out map, ooh, black and white chapter headings, sewn binding, acid 3 paper, ribbon bookmark, head and tail bands, and royal hardbacks.
You know whose map they should use is Rob Christensen's map.
That would be super
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, and it does look like there's a form, so if you want, I'll post this in the chat.
I already clicked that link. I clicked that.
I need to go there. This is how bad I'm on BlueSky. I literally made a joke about this on 3 Wheeling last week.
Well, this is
like,
why we do the news here.
Yeah.
This is where we get all of the information.
This is where we share news with each other.
Speaking of things that I haven't watched, and I think Mel, you said you haven't watched this yet.
Yeah. Switch.
Are we ready to move on? Sorry.
Yes, go for it. Sorry.
That was a
We need
nice,
to be
perfect segue. I love how.
Oh, I've not watched this either, actually. So,
Peter, have you watched this?
I have not.
All right. So,
perfect. Let me turn the
can
music
we
off.
pause the music? Yes. And fingers crossed that the sound works. Let me know if you guys hear it.
This is not the beginning. Because there are no beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time. But it was a beginning. Let the dragon ride again on the winds of time.
That was cool. That's cute artwork.
Yeah, I love that they decided to use Bella and Hopper as the feature cards on their promos. That's so clever.
That feels very appropriate.
Yeah, so for those of you listening, we just watched the promo video for War of the Dragon, the Wheel of Time board game that is coming soon on Kickstarter. And it was mostly just your typical Wheel of Time visuals, the wheel and the snake eating its own tail, and then it like flew over the map of Randland. So and then it popped up 2 cards that were Bella and Hopper. I think I'm excited about this one. Like I I'm always really hesitant to like get on board anything that's sub-licensed from our friends at I want, but it seems like they're really pushing forward. So
yeah, and we did talk about it because we did have the Kickstarter announcement. What was it, last week or the week before? So we have talked about it a little bit. It does seem like it's a 1-player. Anyways, but we'll also make sure to post the Kickstarter link in the chat for anybody who's interested in looking at that. I should probably be taking notes on all the things I'm going to post in chat. Fuck it.
That would be cool.
We'll see if it happens. Check.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I caught a clip from Critter talking about this.
Yes.
But I just didn't. I was like listening as I was rolling through things. And I'm sure she said it's a 2-player game, but I didn't see this. Yeah. She like showed a still, but I didn't actually see like this intro type thing. So I didn't see the hopper or anything like that.
Yeah, Dragon Mountain
I'm sure she
has a
said
really
it was 2
good.
players.
Dragon Mountain
Oh, here
has
we
a really
go.
good article about it.
War of the Dragon, the Wheel of Time chronicles the epic conflict between the forces of light and darkness as 2 players wage war across a land of magic, ancient prophecies, and powerful armies set to save the world or destroy it.
That's why it was weird, because it's like 2 players and not more. It's just like, really?
Right.
Like, cool. Like 2 to 4 or 2 to 10.
It is perfect for people who fell in love because of Wheel of Time and are never going to part. So I can have it in my house.
Can I get one of those, please?
We just free-full talk it and play the game however the fuck we want to play it.
That's
I mean,
true.
we could play teams.
There are no rules.
Ooh,
For sure, teams.
seems
We
fun.
can definitely
Yeah.
I do like
I'm down.
playing with teams and having
We-
collaborative stratagems.
We like playing in groups.
That's
we do.
cool.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
do.
what's next?
Yeah.
Mel, brace yourself. Brace yourself, Mel. Are you ready?
I
Are you ready?
embraced.
Pretty bats at the gala.
Yes. So our very own Donald Finn went to the Met Gala this year, which is, I think, really fucking cool because, like, the who's who goes to the Met Gala. So the fact that one of our actors actually went, in spite of all the drama, we'll just forget all of that. And he looks amazing. The theme this year was fashion is art, and he wore this very bespoke classic tuxedo, then with more of a like Victorian era bow tie. So, and he just looks so hot.
It looks great. He was also there with a date, which was kind of cool. Like he went with another actress who had like a whole like fit session. So he was also maybe because Donald tends to be a pretty elaborate dresser. He was maybe trying to be arm candy and not stand out, but he still in his own way did. So that's pretty great.
Yeah. And he is one for trying. I love this photo shoot he did. Where he's like you see here, for those listening, he's in the bathtub. He's on the street side. He's in a hotel corridor at some point. Yeah, it's a really cool mix of ways they're doing shoots. But he is known for wearing the interesting outfits because he was at an FYC event in LA a few weeks back. He literally flown in for that. Like, he'd been on stage in London the night before and then flew in. He arrived like 2 hours before it. And Jens and I got to see him. And he was wearing this like tight fitted, I want to say beige, but not like, maybe like a brownie beige, more than beige, top that was like bedazzled with rhinestones and pearls around the collar. And then he was wearing silver shoes.
Nice.
Like, the guy, he loves to dress. He's Matt Coffin for real life. Let's just
I like his little ponche there. It's good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Well,
so
and
yeah, I
will
agree.
say,
Maybe
sometimes events like this, going with something a little bit when you're that outspoken fashion person or outspoken via your fashion, sometimes events like this where everybody tries to go way over the top, sometimes bringing it down into a different tone is the fashion statement.
That's a good point.
Yeah, the bow tie is like that's it. He's got that old school, very flappy bow tie, and that's the point of difference. It's very cute.
Yeah,
I like it. It.
Anyways, as much as we could watch this forever, we do have other things.
Someone made us read 4 chapters this week. So
I don't know what you're talking about. So we still have a couple more pieces of news to get through. So Mel, Rob, do you want to talk about this?
I can. So Leigh-A Costa recently did an interview with someone, I'm not sure who. Winter is Coming is the article we're showing.
Winter is Coming. It's literally on the screen.
Oh, I didn't realize that was in this. I thought this was someone reporting on that. My apologies. I didn't realize the actual interview.
Well, there's a Spanish article, and I think the Winter is Coming.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, my bad. Interview with Cinemania. You're right.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry for sassing you. You're right.
No, you're welcome to sass me if I make up comments. So that's okay. But yeah, she did an interview with Cinemania. It was in Spanish, and then Winter is Coming has reported on that. Did they translate it? I know someone translated it.
Just a section of it. Yeah.
Just a section.
Yeah, we've translated parts of the interview to English.
Okay. And basically she's just, talking about how much she loved playing the part and, it's sad to see it go. So you can check that out. It's nice to know that they still miss us, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because we
still miss them for sure.
Yes.
And I will also post this in chat, so if people want to read it, they can.
Yeah.
Ready for the next?
Yes.
All right, so moving into community news, we actually have 3 pieces of community news today. First, the team over at the Black Tower is starting planning for their annual get-together, the Gathering Madness. So there's an interest survey out. The dates are the same as they normally are, so the weekend of 18 October. This year, it's going to be located in St. Augustine, Florida, which is great. I'm really excited. And yeah, so if you're interested in going, they will have both in-person and virtual events. So you can fill out the survey if you're interested in either of those, or if you're even just a maybe for any of that, go ahead and fill out the survey so they can get together and start planning.
Cool. I wish I could go. Unfortunately, I have committed to something that starts on the 24th of October in Italy, so
Yeah.
I won't be able to do that as well.
Just,
Sorry.
you know,
Too
hop
bad.
around, go from the UK to Florida to Italy, and then, you know.
I wish. I'm also. I mean, I'm already skipping WorldCon this week. I feel like if I went to this,
I know. All right, so Mel, I think you were going to talk about this one.
Yes. Speaking of Kickstarters, so if you remember Jordan Reynolds, who did the Soundscapes Kickstarter, where he provided an auditory musical accompaniment to the audiobooks, he is also big in the Lord of the Rings fandom, and he's starting a similar thing that he does in the Lord of the Rings fandom, which is monthly chapter read-throughs of the Wheel of Time. But the kicker is that you could be one of the readers. So you read a chapter, you basically make a fandom audiobook of the entire thing. So you pick a chapter, he'll put your words to the audiobook accompaniment, and then build it up with all sorts of people in the fandom, so everyone can read the books together and get to enjoy hearing each other read to them. So that's kind of fun. You can sign up on his Patreon, but he's got you don't necessarily have to be a paid member to sign up. He's got free versions and paid versions and all that kind of stuff. So there's options for
Google
everybody.
Doc here that you can sign up for.
So you do need to be a free Patreon member of Soundscapes, but you could do that and then sign up on his.
So we will also post all of this information, as well as the Gathering Madness and survey. I'm basically reposting this entire Daily Veil in chat.
We don't often have to do that, so there's a lot of things to share.
Such
It's
cool
impressive.
stuff going on. Yeah.
It's a busy week, folks. You know. All right.
Yeah.
Was there one more piece?
There is one more piece. So this is unofficial official news.
Ooh.
In the Watt Idol Discord channel, Lauren pinged everybody in that channel today saying, "Hey everyone, long time no see," popping eyeball emojis. They say the look of the eyeless is fear. I'm afraid I've been away too long and have nearly faded, ha ha ha, ching away. Bad dad joke. So we doing Watt Idol this year? Any ideas? And basically the chat blew up saying that, oh my God, so many ideas, can't wait to do it. In the planning committee channel, we've been talking about dates. So right now it looks, so this is unofficial, but it looks like we're targeting mid-August. So to give everybody enough time after WattCon as well as after TowerCon, which is the first weekend of August, and before MalkieriCon, which is the first weekend of September. So trying to hit that sweet spot. Also give people enough time before we do Watt Idol Holiday. So
it's really crazy that Lauren posted this today, because literally this morning before he posted this, I was at home. I work from home, and I was just sitting around, and an idea for a parody popped into my head. And so then I was like belting out a song from Rent to this parody that I had just come up with like all morning. Like all
That's
morning I
hilarious.
was doing this. I was like, oh my God, this would be so good. So it's like he read my mind, I think, today.
Yeah, I had one. I was walking to work and a song came on the headphones. I was just like, "Ooh, that would really piss off the book clerks if I did a song like that."
I'm very
So, yeah.
excited.
Do it.
Yeah. No, I'm glad
So,
we continued.
yeah,
So, but I need to wait until like the 27th hour before I start anyway. So,
Of course. Well, and Rob, this will be kind of like switching in right before MalkieriCon.
Yeah, you got to work on it early, Rob.
Yeah.
Early, not late this time. Early.
That's the theory.
No.
wouldn't it be funny if I was like the
The
day
first
before it goes
one?
out? Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if I was like the announcement goes out and I go submit straight away and be like, I'm already in and done.
I'm in, Lauren. Let's go.
That would be hilarious.
If you don't know, I mean, I'm sure you all know because you're all awesome members of the Wheel of Time fandom. But if you don't know, What Idol is one of the best things that we do. You write a song parody, you record it, and everybody just celebrates all your awesome work, and we have a great time through a series of live streams. It's the best. So
It is.
join us, be a part of it.
So I do have to, because I almost forgot to do this. We do have one more piece of news. Speaking of What Idol and the comment that, oh my God, what tab am I on? The comment that just got made by Rapunzel. Big question, when is expanding What Idol? We don't have that planned because right now we're halfway through the Expanse, and also it's a lot of work. But we Heather sent me and Amis something that
She sent me too. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Whatever.
Mel, I feel like she sent it to you as well, didn't she?
Maybe. I've been
do we want to wait until we kick into the Expanse part, like do the intro and then watch
Maybe
this,
we should use it
now?
as our Expanse intro this time.
Ooh,
Yes.
What do you think?
I can do that. Key it up if you want.
I got
Yes.
You got it already? All right.
I
cool.
got it. Hopefully. Oh wait, hold on. Let me expand full big then. Okay. So let me know when you're ready because I can't see anything.
Okay. You need to switch screens though. Oh, there we go.
It's time. We've got a new Heather there.
Oh! This is new. This is not the one Heather sent me.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Play. Well, time to do Expanse reading, people. By the way, so there we go.
Ready?
Oh no, this is the one. I'm mad. I'm being stupid.
I can't see your faces.
Maybe I didn't know you, since you never crossed my path. And maybe I didn't love you, but my heart says that it has.
Totally has.
Now your image feels so real to me. All this searching just to find. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. And maybe I didn't find you in your desperate, lonely time. And I guess I never told you
The short man in the back.
how I wish that we were mine. Lips, when you speak to me, even for my mind. Now you're always in my mind. You are always in my mind. Time Tell me that you haven't truly died. Give me one more chance to join you back in time. I'll join you back in time.
I forgot about the police box.
Call the TARDIS, or the TARDIS.
Oh my god.
Little moments when you speak to me, even if only in my mind.
Oh my god.
Now you're always in my mind. You are always in my mind. You are always in my mind. Ooh, you are always in my mind.
Oh, amazing.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Incredible.
That was fantastic. Ah.
Rum and rattle. So good.
Wow.
Time for the Expanse, ladies and
Heather does
gents.
it every time. Oh man, that's so fun. I
It's so
was really, really worried. I was like, am I gonna hate this? But it was perfect. It was perfect. It was
Absolutely brilliant. I'm dead and there's brown goo everywhere. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Incredible stuff. Incredible. It's time to talk the Expanse, ladies and gents. This is how much news there was. 42 minutes, and we've just got to the Expanse, basically. So,
We also fear the spirit a little bit.
We did some fear the spirit, but it was like, late and thanks to me, and there lots going on. Yeah. So, I don't know if this was asked pre-show or not, because obviously I wasn't here on time. Who is doing the recap?
Oh, we did not talk about it.
Skeeter is.
Skeeter is.
I totally forgot to ask Skeeter.
Skeeter,
Would you care to recap?
would you
the
recap 4 chapters for us?
By the way, folks, if you're watching or listening and we ever ask you to guest host, you will be expected to recap. That is just now a rule. That's a rule we made up 7 shows ago. So,
Well, I can read you my notes. That'll work, I guess.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think Elise said it best. She
I
said,
just closed all of the windows, so I can't.
she told
Sure.
us to put you on the spot. You should know it's not safe, and you volunteered. She said.
also, Leigh-A, not to worry you, but there is a void peeking over your shoulder in quite a murderous look.
Yeah, I know I wasn't paying attention. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just realized I closed all the windows of the tabs I was going to share.
You have time to reopen them. Skeeter, take it away, good sir.
All right, we start out in chapter 28 in Miller's head, where he is recalling his first kill with some reluctance, but now thinking about how he kills for pleasure, which I find quite disturbing. They wander along. They find a few of the CPM contractors. Miller kills one, interrogates the other, putting more pieces of the puzzle together. Then he recognizes this dude Ko, shoots him in the gut, and uses him to talk his way past the guards. Then he contemplates when and if he lost his humanity for a while. On their way back to the old Rosie hidey hole, or the Rosie's crew's hidey hole, but everybody else is gone. Then we jump into Holden's head. They head towards the docks. Miller keeping them moving. Holden reflects on how he wants to live. They run across some mafia thugs, one who randomly shoots a teenager. Holden rushes in, thinking to be the hero, and kind of fucks himself a little bit there, but Miller saves him. They decide to head towards the docks, but there are a shitload of guards blocking the way, mowing down anybody who approached them. Then we jump back to Miller, who is regarding the chaos and people starting to panic around them. He observes cops dispersing any crowds, lawyers starting to argue with them, and the cop just kneecaps that dude. Miller, we're inside his head. He's kind of starting to unravel. He's kind of there's a lot of chaos going on. They talk about a kids show with dinosaurs and a guy in a pink hat for a while. Then Miller detectives out that this is some grand experiment, and Holden goes off about Naomi for a while, and suddenly we have zombies.
Vomit zombies.
Vomit zombies.
Vomit zombie!
Miller, using his awesome detective skills, figures out that the mercenaries down by the docks are looking like they're going to pull back a bit. And we jump back into Holden's head, where they follow the mercs. They're feeling really, really shitty. They're both in really bad shape. We get a lot of revisiting the fact that they are basically falling apart from the inside. The merc group seems to be arguing amongst themselves. And more vomit zombies. Holden flashes around his morality, stops Miller from killing the zombie. And they end up observing a little scuttle between the bad guys, who burst off on these two crosswise streets, corridors. They jump through, making it back to the elevator toward their ship.
Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
Thank you.
In fact, I don't think there's anything else to cover. That was solid. So,
All right, episode's over.
Yeah.
Thanks. Good wrap up.
Yeah, nice. We'll see you next week where we're reading 19 chapters. No, we're not. We're really not.
I think we should both start, Rob, you and I, by thanking Leigh-A for forcing us to read 4 chapters.
I was gonna ask how did that feel, because I was so nervous once I.
So I started my new job last Friday, so it's been a struggle this week to get through stuff because, you know, despite it not being an overly tough job so far, I've obviously been out of work for 2 months, and so every day I get home, my body's just like, woof. So I've been tired and didn't actually get to read until today. I wasn't averse to reading 4 chapters, but I don't think I would have been foaming at the mouth had you made us stop at 2.
Really? Oh, I would have.
Yeah.
I did not.
Yeah,
I did.
No, I did. I got to the end of that
where that stop happened, and I was like, "Oh, yeah. I'm so glad I don't have to stop."
I did get to there, and I was just like, "Yeah, Mel's going to be pissed about this if we'd stopped here." But I'd have been like, "Cool, we're stopping there, fun." I don't know. It just I would have been okay with it, you know. But I'm totally okay with reading the 4. I suppose I just assume that guys aren't going to die no matter what. So like
plot armor for sure.
Yeah, there's some plot armor on them. So I was just like, yeah, no matter, they've been irradiated, like they're gonna be fine. Like they'll make it. They might get beat up. They might do some weird shooting shit, but you know, they'll make it.
I want them to turn into vomit zombies, both of them. They both deserve it.
I'm like, can we just get into like Naomi's head and stop listening to these 2 bozos now? I don't like either of them right now.
I feel like if there had been other POV chapters before this, there wouldn't be quite as much plot armor, because if there were other POVs, you could see maybe one or both of them dying off. Due to
it's like Rand in the First Wheel of Time book. Like, you know, what's it, like 95% of the chapters are his POV. Like, well, clearly he's the hero. Like, you know, it's just
like, oh gosh, who's the dragon reborn? I don't know.
Such a mystery.
It's Pater.
Animal who win.
It'd be wild if they did kill him off next chapter, though.
That would be. Do you
That
know what?
would
And
be
I'd be down
wait.
for it.
Wait,
Yeah.
Skeeter, what are you saying?
No,
I mean, they could die still, or at least have significant parts of their body. What's the word? Slough off.
Sloughed. Oh my gosh, that's so gross.
Oh.
I kept track of all the mentions of radiation poisoning. And I kind of regret doing that because it's really gross when you read it, but then when that's what the whole paragraph is about, it's just like, yeah, that's really fucking disgusting.
Yeah, radiation poisoning is horrific.
Yeah.
Like if I ever were in the situation where I'm going to get radiation poisoning to a level it would kill me in a in a short-ish kind of time, like, I've got like a day or 6 hours or whatever, I'd be like, that is kind of like the worst way to die of radiation poisoning. I'd rather just be so irradiated to the point I die in like a minute. Or it's nothing but hardcore pain the whole way. So I do feel for them for that, because that is a lot to deal with and that's rough. But yeah, I don't know. Every
time Miller talked about how he had fallen in love with Julie, I kept telling him that he deserved to die of radiation.
The realization that he has, where he's like, oh, I think I've accidentally fallen in love with this image in my head, and I'm glad it didn't yeah, it's gross, but there was a small part of me goes, well, I'm glad you had that wake up moment. You've not actually changed yourself because of that wake up moment, but there's half a step there, I suppose, maybe, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it did quickly progress to him realizing that she has become a metaphor in his in his mind for, like, that he compartmentalizes his emotions so much so that he has anthropomorphized his mental image of human empathy in his own brain, and that is fascinating and also crazy pants. So
it is. Yeah, totally agree with that. So I hope that I feel like the Julie vision is going to stick around for Miller. I don't think that's going to disappear. It feels pretty set in stone. There's going to be a thing, but I hope it continues to progress into, she's like the good conscience on his shoulder type situation, as opposed to this like weird half his age love interest thing.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that. Go Skeeter.
So you're saying you hope it progresses to a healthy delusional relationship with a figment of his imagination?
that is one way to word it. What I suppose, if I'm going to get specific, I don't think the delusion is going to go away. I think it's too well established for him as a character now. So based on the fact that I assume it's going to stick around, I would like it to progress to a healthy, non-romantic sort of connection where she's like the Julie in his head is more of his like, this is what you should do type, do the right thing, I'm your guilty conscience type persona for him, like just to in while we're in his head, like his visual personification of you should go and stop being a dickhead and do the right thing. I would like shoulder Julie type thing. Yeah, I feel like that if you're going to stick with him having this imaginary situation on the go, like
Jiminy Cricket, maybe.
Yeah, like cricket. I'd be like, let's put it down to that category. Like, then you're getting the best out of this weird start of this thing.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah,
I'm putting this down as an official prediction. Maybe prediction's wrong, but like maybe I just want to note it.
Yeah, make a note that I hope for this. The chances of it happening, I feel at the very best are like 20% chance of it actually happening. But it's what I would hope for.
So can we talk about the reveal that the guys who had the contract before were the guys who trained the thug people, the mafia,
Protogen.
Protogen, yeah. The Protogen people were the people who brought them in. So this thing has been going on for a long time. like a
Yes.
long time. And I'm just waiting for the dot to connect of like, which one of these groups is the space pirates? Is it Protogen? Are we getting to the point where like my theory is correct that it's like some sort of the corporations, you know? And I just like this is a crazy scenario, right?
Yeah.
Like they decided the whole space station was going to be radiation food for the Phoebe virus, and they don't. I mean, I think I agreed with Miller's assessment. They don't know what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen, so they wanted to watch. They just wanted to like make a space station into a petri dish and see what happens. Like that is an extreme lack of like it's incredibly psychotic to just do that to an entire population of people, regardless of who's there. Doesn't matter who's caught there. I mean, clearly you don't think much of Belters, but you're not like there's no safeguards in for anyone who happens to be there. There's no like don't travel to Eros messages going around before anybody goes there, right? Like no one's getting the secret message not to travel to Eros except I guess Julie Mao's dad.
What did you think about that? The whole thought that Miller had about this being a petri dish and a lab and an experiment. And also, do you think that's an unreliable narrator, or do you think that's actually what's happening? So two questions rolled up in one.
Oh gosh, that's
So sorry.
I don't know if Mel, do you want to carry on?
No, go Rob.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about unreliable narrator. I think Miller is making the appropriate level of guessing from the information that he's been given in these chapters. They're logical, I suppose, assumptions on his part, which then become assumptions on our part. I'm not surprised that this world that the Expanse is based in, where we're all very spacist and racist and fascist and all those sorts of things that seem to be happening, and poor people on stations, and you're living in tiny holes and all that sort of shit, that we would use an entire space station as a petri dish. That just sort of fits with like as humanity got bigger and took over the solar system, that our lack of empathy for decency and other human beings would also expand with that. So I'm not surprised that situation. I have a question. I feel we'll segue us away from this a little bit. So Mel, I want to hear your thoughts on those two parts.
Yeah, I think Miller, at least as far as we've seen him, with the exception of his own understanding of his own actions, has had a pretty good bead, or he hasn't been proven wrong in his observations of things that are not within his control. Like when he sees somebody else doing something, when he observes something else do something, he's been, as far as we know, spot on. Unlike Holden, who's like, Mars blew up my ship, and everyone's like, you said Mars blew up your ship, and he's like, no, it didn't, and everyone's like, that's what I mean, but Miller
technically he didn't.
Don't hold in it. Don't do that.
But yes, he did.
Don't do that.
He said it.
You should have known what he was saying. Anyway.
Oh,
Miller,
absolutely, yeah.
I feel like Miller's been our character that has told us what's going on in the world, and my instinct is to take his stuff as face value when it comes to external things, right?
It's definitely a good guide.
He's
right. So
yeah, from the literary purposes, that seems to be his role.
And so, if based on Miller's assessment of that, how do you feel about your? I think it was a theory that this is happening on many space stations all over the place? Do you think it's so concentrated? Do you think it's concentrated here, or is that big of a scope happening on others, or potentially the setup for it happening on other space stations?
Great question.
Forgive me, was this my theory or Mel's?
I think it was yours, Rob.
Both
Right.
of you riffed a long time last week.
Yeah, that's
We did. Yeah, that's it. Like,
Have
Mel
you
and I
met
riff a lot,
us?
and I don't actually. I apologize. Viewers
I feel
and
like it was
listeners.
yours, Rob.
I don't
feel
keep
like-
track of absolutely everything I say. It might have been. Yeah, I feel like I had that idea, but obviously that I don't think they could be doing this on a grand scale of multiple stations. I feel like they might have set this up to potentially happen on a few places, like maybe like Eros was like, this is our prime spot, but we have like backups B, C, and D. You know, 3 other stations are chosen as backups, ready to step in should for some reason Eros not work out. You know, so I would mold it into into that as a theory, as opposed to they're going to do it on 20 stations. They picked half a dozen, 1 prime, the rest being backups. I feel like is probably what they did.
Okay.
But probably also irrelevant to the rest of the story going forward.
Yeah. I am frustrated. I mean, as a logical thinking person, I am frustrated that it seems like none of these people have ever read any history of any pandemic ever. And like don't understand that like you shouldn't just introduce an unknown virus into a controlled environment that you don't have complete control over, because they don't, because they're going to send, they clearly made it so that these you know, the militant guys, like the actual organized bad guys, could leave. And so they're going to be able to leave, and they're going to go like to other places and potentially spread this thing further. And I'm just, it's bad science. You're not keeping your lab clean, and you're not keep cleaning up after yourself. You're not preventing the spread of the virus, and it's just like you're putting the responsibility for that onto a whole bunch of who knows how many other, like, even if it wasn't intended to, like Rob said, even if it's not happening explicitly on other places, like those guys are gonna leave, and they're gonna end up taking it with them, because there's vomit zombies fucking everywhere. They're on the tubes
well?
They're smearing their goo all over the tubes. All the tube doors are open. Everybody's getting attacked. They've clearly like incubated them, planning for them to get the other people, and they're just like, what happened? What happens? Like, why do you do that? That doesn't make it, like, why are they doing this? It makes no sense to me.
Well,
I don't understand what the point is. Like, why do you even do this? Like, why do you like make zombies consciously?
I think also, yeah, Meat for the Machine, that was such a way, the way that worked
Carne
out.
per la máquina. I know.
Yeah, it was so perfect. But I think.
But
maybe
what's
they
the
did-
machine?
Right. Okay. So here's why I'm going to slightly disagree about using the space station thing for you. So, if you take over a space station and then you kick this off, you can, you know, have other ships stationed around. So if anybody takes off after you've initiated quarantine of the station, you can blow them up, and then they're just dead in space type thing, like in pieces or whatever. All right. The space station is a good, here's your petri dish situation, sealed in and can't get out. Okay, maybe they tried to do this on a smaller scale on the original ship that wasn't the Rocky that I thought was the Rocky, or whatever the fucking Scopuli Scappy.
The pirate ship.
The
pirate ship. Yeah, maybe this was
Or-
tried on a smaller scale, and it got out of incubation and destroyed a ship in the process. Okay, and they're like, okay, well, we need this was our small scale thing, and we were going to do a big scale thing. Like maybe there was a concern that would happen, so they tried a ship, and then they were like, okay, now we can do a space station. Like maybe they're trying to develop a big weapon. Like I think the space station works as a big petri dish because if it's something you want to mass produce, why not just have a space station as a pre-built breeding ground in essence, isn't it? Because as long as you can stop anybody leaving after you've let it loose, then you're good. You have this giant breeding space.
Also, you don't know that this thing doesn't survive in space. Like this is a thing. Like this is a completely foreign entity. We have no idea what placenta.
Yeah, but evil scientists who, granted, probably don't think they're being evil. They're just being scientists, or are just under coercion, or whatever. But might be evil. They're cocky. They think they know how things work.
That's what I'm saying. It's dumb. It's like why are all evil villains evil and stupid? I want them to be evil and smart like one time. Like even in like our real life, like why are they evil and stupid?
But also because I mentioned unreliable narrators earlier, like we only have the perspective of Molden at this point, so we don't know that there's not a containment plan that keeps it only. I mean, they've obviously been planning this for more than a year because we know that the security forces were brought to Eros a year ago and started training. So like obviously there's been more than a year's worth of things. I'm gonna hand wave because I don't really know what to insert there. Things going on. So
that actually segues into the question I wanted to ask earlier that I think would take us away from this take us away from this particular bit of it. So Protogen set up the bad guys with the riot gear to run this, and now Protogen are leaving meat for the machine to be more meat for the machine.
The Mafia thugs.
The Mafia thugs, yes.
There's two different. There's the Mafia thugs, and then there's the Protogen mercenaries.
Yeah. But Protogen set up the mercenaries. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Okay. They brought in the mercs, the bad guys from from Ceres. Okay, with the riot gear, gave them quote training, were ready for something, and then they got delayed. So they just let them hang out and just do whatever they felt like on the station type thing. And I feel that delay was caused by the bullshit with the Scappy and the pirate ship and all that sort of stuff. And then it got back on board when Julie turned up. But who did Havelock go and work for? And didn't he say something about Protogen at one point? Who did Havelock go and work for?
He's working for Protogen on Ganymede.
Like, I think we missed something there. I was reading this, I was like, wait, what did Havelock go to? Where is he doing? Like, Havi can't die. I'm concerned for Havelock now. Also, I'm slightly concerned.
Do you think Havelock's been moved here as one of the mercenaries?
No.
No,
still think he's now I think maybe he is. I don't know. What's going on with Havelock? I'm really confused, and I want to know what's going on with him. If that had been the 2-chapter point where you've been like, stop reading now, Rob, I would have learned you have read ahead. I wouldn't have read ahead. But
I don't know what I would have done. I don't know. Well, also I don't know if that's a thing. So
I feel like it's a thing now because you're like, I don't know what I would have done. So
it wasn't part of these chapters, is what I know. It's not.
Clearly not, because I read them and there was no mention of Havelock.
There's no mention of Havelock.
Yeah, good question. So is the theory now that Javi is doing this on Ganymede?
I don't know. Right, so my gut tells me that Havelock is a good guy. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But he's also a cop.
Don't just do that, Skeeter. Don't just.
He's still a cop.
Yeah, Skeeter, you're doing great. I'm so proud of you.
He's gonna do what the bosses tell him to do. Still,
listeners, he's just pulling the best faces and really just screwing with me. It's so much fun. There's a teeny tiny part of me that thinks Havelock's like a double agent and it's just fucking with. I don't know why he'd be working with Miller and fucking him over though. When did I need to someone help me out here. Don't give me spoilers with it, but like when did Havelock turn up at Ceres to work with? See, this is why I said I wanted to hold this question. When did he turn up to work on Ceres with Miller?
Where's my book?
I mean, he was before the book started. He was
he was already there,
but he was fairly new.
They've been partners for like not an insignificant amount of time, but enough that he's still kind of the new guy.
Yeah, he's fairly new, but still there. Yeah.
Like,
but
now I'm getting really, really stupid. Like maybe he was sent in to help recruit the Bathy. Was he there before the mafia
so remember,
guys?
Before we spiral, remember Havelock was the one that helped Miller know that the Tachi / the Rocinante went to Eros and not Tycho, so had helped Miller because Havelock had that information. So Havelock sent Miller to Eros. So
I know, but that's what I'm thinking. Like, if he was there on Ceres early, maybe he helped recruit all the bad guys. And then when Miller kept digging into things and they tried to get rid of him and get him off the case and get him fired, he still didn't give up. And then, like, he goes to Havelock for some information, and Havelock, working for Protogen, is like, fuck, this guy won't give up. Okay, send him to where we're going to kill everybody.
So you think, like Rapunzel said, that Javi is a triple agent?
I don't know if that makes him a triple agent. What does it make him? I think that just makes him a double agent.
How many layers of agentception are we on?
So many agents. I can't even track it anymore.
Maybe, but in this scenario, which I'm not saying is an official prediction, by the way, he would work for Protogen originally, go to Ceres, pretending to work for whatever
Star
it was.
Helix.
Star Helix. Okay, do the
So
recruitment.
That's the
That's
first
one. Yeah, and then he transfers. Yeah, so that's him being a double agent, okay. And then he leaves because nobody wants an Earther around, and goes back to work for Protogen, all right, and continues. No, but he's still just his, he's.
Now we're just subtracting one.
No, we're not subtracting one. But while he was at Ceres, he was a double agent. That was it. And then he's just, when Miller doesn't give up, carries on doing it. So he's just a double agent, yeah. In this scenario.
Okay.
Which I don't like.
I'm trying to get to Nomen Garden's septuple agent.
I mean, that would be funny. He would only be a triple agent if he then... Okay, so this is either not true or he has to be a triple agent. Because I can't accept him being a double agent. Okay, so he is either... this is either me talking absolute out of my ass bullshit, or Javi is going to become a triple agent and feel bad for Miller and is going to turn up and help rescue him off Eros. No, it's not. No. I've gone down a whole rabbit hole. I'm sorry, folks. I need more. I'll come back to this.
I do think it's possible that Havelock could come and rescue Miller. Triple, quadruple agent or not. Like, he could they're just bros and they're buddies, and he knows that he's trapped there and think crazy shit's happening on Eris, and he wants to come.
And he finds out because he works for Protogen, and he gets one of the alerts or whatever,
and he shows up. Right? He's
that
the one
would
who
be better,
and he feels bad for sending him that way. Right?
What if he's one of the mercs that got sent to secure everything, and he didn't realize until he got there what's actually going on? He's like, shit, didn't they send Miller here? And then they can't get the Rocky out because it's like trapped thanks to Simba. Okay, and then Miller, Havy turns up and he's like, I can unlock your ship because I've got Protogen powers, and saves them and joins them as well. And then we're reunited with Miller and Havy.
I think we've thoroughly confused chat.
Feels so good.
Yes, sorry, chat. I really have taken that route here. So the epic, I'll help Light Full put that up on screen. The epic trio of Palpatine Johnson, Dawes Maul, and Havelock the Hutt. That's hilarious.
Who shot first? Semi-Greedo.
Semi-Greedo.
All of a sudden, the Expanse is now Star Wars. It is Star
all
Wars.
of a sudden. Come on.
Yeah, come on. I've been.
It was
Palpatining
always Star
Jackson.
Wars.
I know.
All right.
It is Star Wars
Star
week. It is
Wars.
Star Wars week.
This very will be made or break in the next set of chapters, I think. But anyway, fun
Let's hope,
segue.
because
I
I don't
think-
have to talk through it again.
Yeah, I think there's something. I just feel like I just went from low G to high G. I think there's something about Havelock going to work for Protogen is going to come into play. Let's call that my prediction.
Okay.
Something about
I
Havelock
like it.
working for Protogen will come into play with what's going on with the characters. So, and the double, triple, quadruple, septuple agent thing is just for shits and giggles.
You were just processing out loud.
That was me processing out loud. Yes, that's going to happen, folks.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you see why I waited to ask that question, because I'm like, I'm gonna take that somewhere, and I'm not sure where I'm taking it.
It's going somewhere. Okay.
Didn't I make a prediction? In fact, to celebrate that, I'm going to drop. I haven't done it in a while. I'm going to drop some memberships in chat. So there we go.
Speaking of predictions, you guys made a bunch of predictions last week that I was just like, oh gosh, we just have to get to the next chapters. So Rob
What
predicted
did we say?
Dum Dum duo Molden returns to Alex, Amos, and Naomi as they're heading back to the Rosie, not the Rocky, and rescue and those people rescue Dum Dum duo. Mel also thinks
a little bit, right? A little bit.
They had to save themselves.
They didn't leave.
They straight up left them. Naomi did the right thing and got the fuck
She did
out
do
of
the right
there.
But they've just been shot trying to traverse this corridor of bullets.
I'm very upset that we don't get Naomi's perspective.
We don't
on any
know
of
that they
this.
survived this. We just know that the doors
Yeah,
open.
they got plot armor. They survived. So.
I mean, all right, if you believe that, go ahead. Mel, but you did agree that the three smart people would have to save the two dumb people. So...
And they did by staying. They could have taken off and left them, but they stayed and they'll save them.
They did stay.
They
I'm
did
sure
stay.
we'll get.
Yeah.
I think we'll get a little bit of explanation for why they stayed. I think we will at least get that.
Okay.
Like there was an argument. Maybe Naomi's tied up in a corner somewhere, and Alex decided he wasn't going to fly out. I don't know. Maybe Alex.
Well, we do know Amos has.
I have flight control. You can't leave without me.
Yeah.
Amos has a full arsenal on him, so it's possible that Amos held them hostage and stayed.
Well, Amos wouldn't go against Naomi. He wouldn't betray the boss. But Alex probably could have grown a pair and decided that he was going to wait for them.
All right. So this, I guess, is up to debate whether this was answered or not, but Dum Dum duo adventure will result in discovery of many things.
I feel like that came true. That was a fair.
Cool.
We've got a lot of information about
many goo covered things.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait to see, because Mel,
we learned about dinosaurs and pink cats, and I really wanted that to be our.
Please tell me when we do the Expanse Idol that someone does a song about Barney playing with vomit zombies.
I wanted Dinosaur Train and the evil guy from Pocahontas in the pink hat to be our thumbnail this week, and I was overruled, and nobody even commented on it. They just ignored the fact that I wanted it to be Dinosaur Train.
I didn't even realize what
plus
you were
Governor
referencing.
Ratcliffe.
I didn't even.
Full disclosure, Mel. I
not
hadn't
ping
read
in
the
my
chapters
head.
at that point.
It did not ping in my head that what, because I was just like, wait, what?
Dinosaur Train plus Governor Radcliffe equals some sort of Holden era cartoon show where Governor Radcliffe is trying to destroy the Dinosaur Train baby dinosaurs.
This is literally appeals like so. This is yesterday evening. I hadn't read the chapters of the stage. Okay, I'm going out on a limb and suggest, and here we have the 4 dinosaurs around like a shell pit type thing, and then paired with Governor Radcliffe right there. So, and as you can't see because this is me asking for a thumbnail for tomorrow. Obviously, this is yesterday I'm asking, and like Leigh-A responds to that. I chat with that. Then Mel's like not even responding. We're talking about next week and stuff, and we'll ski to join us, and no one talks about the thumbnail at all. Other
They
than
just
like,
completely are so used to me just throwing random shit into the chat that they just ignore me most of the time.
I would have been with you,
chapters.
Mel.
Thank you, Skeeter. Thank
If
you.
I read the chapters of that, if I'd been
Like
good
Blinded
and read
Fool
them,
also, yeah.
I would have.
Listen,
Sorry, Mel.
he's the perfect pink-hatted villain for a future. Like, I can imagine that Governor Radcliffe would be Holden's mom's like perfect ideal of a villain that they would show to young Holden to teach him his moral straight and narrow path as for his upbringing. And then the cute dinosaur trained baby dinosaurs who just want to learn about the Cretaceous time period and the Jurassic time period and the Mesozoic time period. They just wanted to learn, and Governor Radcliffe's trying to like chase the dinosaurs in their dinosaur train, and he doesn't even know that trains exist, and he's trying to steal the train technology from them because Governor Radcliffe was from Pocahontas time. They didn't have trains there. They were just like ships. They were just on ships. It was just ships. And he came to the New World because he was searching for gold, and he thought that the dinosaurs must have gold because they were able to make fucking trains.
Fucking trains. The trains are fucking now?
No, they're children. Stop. It's a sweet innocent show.
I'm sorry.
Look, Mel. It's time to actually give you the honest answer. This
sure, you can, Spuds.
We chose to quote ignore this request in chat because we didn't want to deny Spuds the opportunity to do this for you.
What did he do?
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
I don't have anything. I don't have anything
do that.
to chat. But he's now. I'm saying like.
I thought you had a Spuds art of dinosaurs and Governor Radcliffe.
No, I wish. I feel like I should have done
he,
that, but
he didn't do dinosaurs. But you know what he did do?
Oh, what did he do? Oh my god! Oh my god! It's the full Monty!
Oh my god!
Holy shit! That's incredible!
Why? Wow.
So on the left we have, I'm assuming that's Amos saying, "What the fuck, boss?" As we've got Holden and Miller, butt ass naked,
doing the full Monty.
Doing the full Monty. You can leave your hat on.
You can
leave your hat
on. Oh, why is Holden so tall? I didn't recognize him.
Literally what Skeeter just put in chat, Holden's taller than I expected.
Same page.
Oh my
Oh wow. I kind of love the butt rock with the hat. It's so cute.
It's so dapper, right? It's really, really good. I love it.
I mean, yeah, you got to leave the hat on.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And the red works so well. They've all got the red band on the hat, and like, you know, Miller is swinging the red. Oh my god, swinging the red. That sounds like a song.
Wow,
that's incredible. I gotta drop some more memberships in chat thanks to that. So there we go.
Not gonna lie, I saw this and got a whole bunch of interesting feels.
Yeah, that is
what feels. Tell us more.
Rob, you said that you want Barney and what for your Expanding Idol song? Totally not avoiding the question.
Oh, it was something about the feelings you had while you saw that picture.
I love you. You love Miller's
No!
What?
Don't get that fucking song in my head.
We are dancing nakedly with the tushy twist and a swingy hippie thing. Let me put my hat on you.
Beautiful, beautiful. That was beautiful art with this, Buds. Thank you. I do appreciate
Thank you.
that. I
love that we got double butted. Two butts.
Two butts. Yes.
I love butts.
It was so good, so good. We are truly blessed to have people writing us songs and doing artwork for us. The book at the end of this, the book we make from the artwork at the end of this is going to be something pretty incredible. I think
It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love the idea of someone reading a book of Spud's art based on his art that's a reaction to our weird ass shit that we come up with in the show. And then just putting it in a book with no commentary and writing.
Right. No, there's just going to be like tiny little, circa chapters. Yeah. Circa chapters, X, Y, or whatever. And like just give it a title, and be like, this is
way too much context.
Yeah.
No, just Leviathan Wakes illustrated, and then just the pictures, and nothing else. Nothing else.
We could
as
do a
told by the
reference
AEL.
at the end that does have like picture 1 is
the index at the end can have some clarification. Yes, but the
Stop
book doesn't.
explaining shit. Don't explain it. Let it be.
No, we're just expanding on the meaning of the drawings. That's all we're doing. So.
I like Noman Garden's idea, the RPG based on Spud's artwork.
Amazing. Okay. Before we get to go to it, let's go back to chapters.
Yes. Okay. So So they get caught in like what are they? Pacheco parlor?
In the casino?
And they're in the casino level because that's where they had to go to get to the tunnels, hallways to get to the ports. So if you remember in the chapters when they were coming in, basically they were saying like, oh, everywhere leads to
the casino.
Yeah. The casino. So they have to go back to the casino to get back out.
Yeah. And then Miller notices that the armor fits better on the mercs. And all those people are just milling around. So was the plan with those people to like they were taking them away in groups and putting them into the like radiation shelters, but were they? Do you think? I guess what I'm wondering is, do you think the zombies on the trains was on purpose, or did the zombies decide that they wanted to take over the means of production? Like, are we already seeing? I guess my question is, are we already seeing whatever placentamon spawn? Are we already seeing placentamon spawn like take back over? Are we always seeing hints of that?
I think that the zombies were a known factor, and hence why not everyone was immediately put into radiation shelters. Because they're like, we don't need to do everybody because eventually we'll have zombies and they can finish the station. I think it happened faster than they expected. And some of the zombies got out as a result. So I feel like it was like a combination of the two. Like, we don't need to go to the effort to, put everybody in these little chambers and throw radiation around this and the other. We just need to get to a certain point on the balance beam where it then tilts towards self-propagation. There's enough base material for radiation. Unfortunately, they tilted too quickly towards that, and suddenly the mercs that are designed to just make sure it happens and get off before it goes, literally flying through the air. They were mistimed on when that point was. They got there too quick. And they were like, now it's growing exponentially. Oops, we need to run. And there's arguments about abandoning people in this, that, and the other. I think that's kind of how it's gone. So the typical, we can control zombies, and suddenly there's one teeny tiny bite, and there's an outbreak. 28 days later, type style,
Except
So
it's
not such a
goof.
perfect
It's
feature.
goo flinging. No one's biting.
Yes,
there's
go
Vomiting.
Yes. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
So you think part of the experiment is to see what's it is that the R rate? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the R rates. Yeah,
you
can check out the R rate. They've thank you, Noma Garden in chat. They've miscalculated the critical mass. Got there too soon for them to have made the clean getaway that was probably pre-planned. And
because the Mercs did, like, they Miller specifically observes that the Mercs did anticipate that this particular thing was going to happen, that there was going to be some sort of zombie-ishness, I guess, and that they would eventually make a strategic retreat.
I would like to believe that they don't have it all under control, and that Placentamon not gonna let them like control this experiment as much as they think, and Placentamon gonna take back. He's gonna take all the zombie babies and all his little Placentamon spawn and the jewelies of it all, and the thing that sorry, tangent. Like, why doesn't anyone look like Julie? Like, why are they little zombies?
When they get shot, some of them do have the black filaments coming out. So, I mean, they've only been contaminated for 12 hours max, maybe at this point.
I guess it's very different, I guess. But yeah, I guess we didn't see Julie's whole transformation. So
and
maybe
Julie kept herself very contained. She was in a spacesuit for a long time.
But so let's say eventually all of the placenta spawn become Julie, right? And so they've basically turned away from moving, functioning zombie things into food, basically, for the Placentamon growing inside of them. And they eventually stop independently moving. And then what if they like form some sort of like giant placenta? Like they all feed into each other, and there's like there becomes the critical mass becomes like a whole new Placentamon organism. Like there was baby Placentamon on the pirate ship, and now there's like a big Placentamon.
I think what happened to Julie happened because there was a lack of food options. It's a little bit like The Last of Us, isn't it? You know, where some of the fungus zombies were mobile and kept going in that, and others just kind of settled and became just part of the furniture, for want of a better phrase.
Yeah.
And so I think Julie isolated herself. It had nothing really to feed on, so it just grew as best it could with Julie.
But she stopped eating. Also, don't feed it.
Don't feed it, stuff like that. Whereas, like Megamon,
I like Megamon as a name.
Megamon's good. Sounds like should be a trading card character. It's just, you know, with this situation, there's like, there's an abundance of food. Get going, infect, create a base. So like, there's layers to this. So there is like, you know, Placentamon is you know, the queen and ruler of it all. But then you've got like various levels of growth minions where it's like, okay, we need to spread a bit, so we need more zombies, and the zombies can go and expand and spread, and then you have like your base level of like
the zombies are like spores.
Yeah, the zombies are like spores. Yes.
As Light Blinded Fool said, placenta spawn. Placentamon spawn.
Placentamon spawn.
I like placenta spawn. I like placenta
spawn. So I guess my question is after they form Megamon, after they put on all their rings, and then lights flash out of their rings, and they form a giant rainbow in the sky, and then they merge together.
By their powers combined.
By their
Yes,
powers combined.
as combined,
they
we
form
are
Megamon.
Megamon.
Megamon is formed. What is next? What does Megamon then do? Because like any species, you want to propagate yourself, right? And you have to find more. Like what does this now giant Megamon do when it runs
Megamon
out
works
of
like a virus.
Eros radiation food? It then goes looking for more food, right?
Megamon is like a virus, okay? Viruses just literally continue to expand and multiply until its natural, all the natural resources and things like whatever it needs to sustain itself has been totally annihilated. And the only way it continues to survive is to go dormant and spread to another location and then take all the resources from there type situation. Okay, so when there's an abundance of feeding material and space, we get by our powers combined Megamon. But when we don't, and like resources are limited and we need to conserve or go into hibernation and things like that, you get Spiky Julie hidden in a room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or read it out loud.
Megamon orgy, maybe that's what the goo is from Rapunzel. Yeah. Like this is a primo breeding situation.
Fucking disgusting.
This is like a primo breeding situation right here.
Yes.
So that's what it is. Like this is orgy
There's
town.
googes everywhere.
I mean, Eros doesn't Eros stand for like? Isn't that like ancient Greek for love or something? Eros? Am I wrong there?
You don't know what to say.
What does Eros mean in ancient Greek?
Eros was the god of love. Yeah.
Eros was the god of love. Yeah, it refers to passionate, sensual, or romantic love.
It is googes everywhere.
There we go. So
googes all the way down.
Yeah, this is the
googes in the tubes, googes in the casinos, googes in the radiation chambers, googes in the showers.
Yeah, here we go.
Googes everywhere.
I quit it.
So that's what this is, and this is just primo breeding ground. And when you have like some resources but not a lot, you get justice for Derek situation, where you have like
how the fuck is justice for Derek?
No, this is not no. But like where we had like Derek and being like, help me, teeny tiny percentile type thing. Yeah, we were like, oh, we need justice for Derek because there was some resources there and there was some space. We had limited crew to feed upon or limited resources to feed upon. And so you get basic Placentamon. Okay? And so this is a giant version of that. So here we go.
So here's my thinking. Is that much like Julie was able to leave the pirate ship infected but not I'm not a doctor, showing symptomatic, effective, yes, but not symptomatic so much so that she decided to just like stay on the pirate ship because she knew there was no chance, right? I think the same thing is happening with those mercs, right? They are all infected and not symptomatic, and yet
anaerobic. Remember, it has to be physical contact, so it's not spreading through the air.
I know. But there was a lot of goo flying around, and you don't know how much goo, like the goo could be microscopic goo and still adhere to your flesh, right? And those also, projectile zombie jizzers were jizzing all over the place when those tube doors opened. And that, and it could have like, yeah, they could have like, sometimes those are like really powerful and it could like launch across the room. I once got shot in the eye. I'm just saying it's possible.
Ladies and gentlemen, please, if you are jizzing brown goo, seek medical professional help.
I'm just saying it's possible that it could go. Like it's very difficult to believe that none of those mercs have no blue like goo jizz on them.
Well, what I will say is, it's the goo jizz is all new, so it's not like when I was in the Navy. I was a brand new baby fucking ensign. This is one of the most mortifying stories of my life.
Fucking ensign.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And so I was waiting. My ship was coming back from deployment, so they didn't want to fly me out to the ship, and then so they were just like, wait ashore, and they sent me to a whole bunch of like bullshit classes. One of them was for brand new baby sailors, who were also like had just gotten to their ships, basically like how to be.
Don't call them babies in the context of this conversation. I don't like that.
No. Just wait. So I was the only officer in the class. These are a whole bunch of literal, and this is going to sound terrible as I'm saying it. They're all seamen, essentially. That was their rank. And the teacher thought it was funny to have me give some information, even though she was the one teaching the class, that like the reason you need to not touch the shower walls is because, and then touch your eyes afterwards, is because that's how chlamydia and a whole bunch of other diseases spread, because people do things in the shower that spreads sexually transmitted diseases, and frequently it gets in your eye. So I had to get up in front of the class and explain this medical information. And I was just like, what the fuck? So unlike this situation on naval vessels, where apparently STDs get in people's eyes because they take showers, all of this new gooches is brand new and hasn't quite yet got on the walls and all the places. So unless you've been vomited on or are touching people who have been vomited on, it hasn't had the chance to spread to the point where you can't see where it is, like where the gooches is.
So the lesson from this, folks, is check where your seamen have been washing before you spend time with them.
I hate everything about this fucking segment, dude.
Sounds right.
And okay, I had a question that's now eluded me. A statement. Well, what did our boys get? Any? I know they got irradiators. I'm going to bring it back to the books for a second.
Books.
I
Right,
do apologize.
we're talking about books. Yes.
Apologies for taking it back to the actual story, but our boys got irradiated. Okay, now they did not touch the walls, okay, or their eyes afterwards, but did they just get irradiated, or was there any sort of, shit? Were they just being irradiated in those cells?
They didn't go in. The doors opened, but it
was there anything airborne, or were they just were those people dead in there? Were they just being irradiated and then later being fed to placentamon? Or the Phoebe bug?
They looked, yeah. So they looked dead when they opened the doors, right? Everybody thought they
Miller or Holden that theorizes that this was the first control group that, because they were wondering, like, how do you get so many samples based off of tiny little Julie? So then when they see the vomit zombies coming off of the train, they're again, I can't remember which one says it, but they theorize that there was an initial group that got radiated that then started the vomit zombieing, which they collected, and so that's one of these reasons that these people have progressed so far, is because they were that first initial group 12 or how many ever hours ago. Because again, remember, it was post lunchtime when they went and found Julie. They've had an overnight, they had time to get breakfast, and breakfast was when the klaxons started going off. So it's been 12-18 hours.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, I know our guys have been irradiated, but it has like one of them like accidentally been infected as well.
I mean, I think if the mercs can be infected, it's also possible that whole Molden can be infected too. Yeah. And I'm just saying, if I were a giant Megamon, I would similarly want to send infected but not symptomatic people out to spread and make more baby placentamons in other places. And I have concerns about the entire galaxy at this point.
Mel, you would be a very smart virus.
Yes, you would be evil. Yeah.
See? Maybe that's the problem. I'm too smart to be evil. I don't know.
That feels like a good thing. That you're too smart to be evil. Because you're very smart. So, yeah, I don't know. I think we'll find out. If our guys die because they become infected, I think that would be a good way to go. Not a good way to go, but like.
And I'm really curious what the rest of the series is about after the entire galaxy becomes Placentamon, and then there's just like gooey, viscous, veiny creatures.
Well, then
suddenly everywhere.
Then Placentamon has to find a new food source, and that's book 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it creates a sentient
search for
food source
goo.
that becomes resistant to Placentamon. Like a subcategory of this food source becomes resistant to Placentamon and then starts to kill Placentamon, and they take over. And then their civilization is book 3, and the pattern just sort of goes round.
Yeah,
So
and
that's
I don't know. We haven't seen these things in space yet, so we don't know. We don't know if they're space resistant. They're capable of surviving in a vacuum. I believe in Placentamon we trust. I believe that Placentamon could do anything. So if Placentamon puts its mind to it, it can ride on the back of a spaceship.
Or it's many minds that it's getting. So
yeah, it can just like
it gets smarter with everybody absorbed. So
sometimes you go and like jump from building to building and building and building and building, like parkour people, right? Like what if Placentamon becomes like a Milky Way galaxy parkourer, and it just like ping pongs from like
star to star,
meteor to meteor to meteor to meteor to meteor, just like jumping around, and just like then all of a sudden like all of the meteors in the galaxy are like la, 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 like wavy gooey things instead of hard rocks. That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. Mel, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Leigh-A will ever realize that she's meant to be guiding us and will actually ever stop us from going in this really, really, really long side tangents?
No.
I mean, I kind of don't want. I do want to stop you guys from talking, but I also don't. I don't know, because everybody else enjoys this conversation. And honestly, the vomit zombies and the goo are basically the entire point of these 4 chapters. So,
that is true. Yes. Okay. That's a good point.
I mean, there's not really. I did take a lot of. Skeeter, do you have any notes that you want to jump in? Because I did take a lot of notes.
Should we get to like maybe you've got like chapter specific questions or something for us? Shall we?
What happens to a body that has been irradiated and is falling apart on the inside and then gets shot with? And let's be clear, I'm still waiting on the explanation of space bullets and how they don't break through the walls of the space.
They have explained that a little bit, and we did talk about it. So also this is inside a massive rock.
They're inside a rock. So the bullets might make it into the wall.
They didn't crack the egg, I guess.
Bullets aren't the problem at this moment.
But they bulleted into irradiated, decomposing bodies. I don't understand why they're still alive. I don't understand why they made it to the elevator, let alone made it down the elevator. Yeah,
they were wearing armor.
But they got shot, like in the arm. Like unarmored part of him.
Miller's arm is broken, and they talk about the sucking wound in Holden's leg. Like it's pretty graphic.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was like mid-league.
Holden's gonna lose a leg, at least. Please, at least let Holden lose a leg and Miller lose an arm. Because it just doesn't make sense.
I'm writing that down.
We know they can regrow limbs, okay? This is well established.
Is that on our airlock list?
They don't have the gold plan space insurance. They don't have space insurance.
The Rockies got all the equipment. It's a fancy kitted out ship. So
is that the airlock list?
They don't have shit. They don't have shit.
Holden's arm, Miller's arm and Holden's leg are getting airlocked.
They're done. They're gonna have to get some sort of like bionic twinning happening. They're gonna get matching bionic appendages, Holden and Miller.
Right.
They're gonna be
Hamlet's-
signed by like
Hamlet's gonna
Naomi built this for you, motherfuckers. She's gonna make them freaking limbs because they're
Hamlet's gonna
idiots.
turn up and be like, "You got a new best friend without me, you bastard."
Well, good thing Skeeter cured syphilis.
I'm
Right.
really with you because there was a lot of grabbing, holding by the belt happening in this whole situation. I mean, and Miller had to reach down really far. So, like he's like halfway, like
That's a
tilted
big effort.
over, dragging Holden's belt. Like he has to be like, let's say
I feel
a
like
foot
there
and
was
a
some,
half off the ground. So he's like
there was some belt
sideways.
grabbing here for sure. I'll tell you that. So,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm saying it's just there's a lot of belt grabbing happening.
Okay, I have a question that relates to that a little bit, and some of the other things that go on in the story here, regarding the dragging him around by the very low down belt. How did you feel about the dynamic between the two as they make their way through these challenges? I did because for me, I feel like we see a lot of seesawing back and forth, like with Miller guiding the action forward, saying, "Hey, we got to get shit done." In fact, literally grabbing Holden by the belt, but
Literally.
metaphorically doing that on a regular basis as well. Like, "Hey, we got to get up and go. Here's the plan," that sort of thing. And I feel like Holden contributes a little bit back in
his moral stances.
Yeah, bringing the morality to it, which
Yeah.
you also see reflected in their inner monologues as we switch back and forth between their characters too. They're kind of respective in what they bring to the story.
I don't know. I've got a short and sweet opinion on this, I suppose. Mel, would you like to go first?
No, give it.
Okay. I don't think anything Miller was doing was wrong. Had we not been in Miller's head, we'd have been like, he's like, shit's hitting the fan. We need to get going. We're irradiated. We need to go here. He's like, this vomit zombie is going to die anyway. I'm putting him out of his misery type situation. These like mafia guys are bad guys. They deserve to die. Like, there's nothing he's doing that is objectively wrong given the situation. He's not murdering innocent people. He's killing bad guys and he's trying to help them get off the base. Like, if we weren't inside his head, we wouldn't realize how much he's slipping into, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna shoot anyone I want to, I'm gonna become really psychotic and blah 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 blah. Like, we wouldn't know that. So
I'm enjoying this.
Exactly, because we are in his head, and then good, we've got Holden being his moral compass, fair enough. But Holden needs to grow a set and realize that they're hours, minutes away from dying at this stage from irradiation. They're feeling it, and they need to like buck the shit up and get off and get medical attention. Like, yeah, he needs to wake up a bit. Like, he's a total. I've realized he doesn't have this. No, he's got military training. Where's his military training? Why is the cop the only one who's got his shit together at this stage? The cop's slipping into the like, I'm going psychotic and going to become the Joker type situation. But like, he's getting them off the station, and Mr. Military here is just like, hey, you go, don't shoot anybody, please, while I sit here and struggle and don't know what to do with myself. And where's Naomi to save my ass because I'm a baby? Like, that went a little further.
Wow,
Sorry.
that's Mel level hate for Holden there.
I approve of all of that.
Oh,
He was so useless. I was like, Holden, if Miller wasn't there, you'd be a stain on the floor by now. Come on, dude. Like,
You know what I read Holden's actions as? I read it as resistance because he didn't know what to do. So he was being contrary to Miller's like instinct to like get them through it because he was scared. Like, Holden was scared and it came out as being contrary, like purposefully trying to like put barriers up in front of Miller from keeping them going because he was afraid of what was coming next.
Even to flip that though, when Miller's giving up, like when the mercs are basically mowing down everybody, Holden keeps trying to but we could start a mob, or we could rush them, right? Or we could at that point,
Yeah, but all of those ideas were stupid. Like all of those were dumb.
Like he's there with the guidebook like 1,000 ways to die in that corridor for dummies. You know, like that's the book he's reading right.
But I feel like
you know?
between the two of them, when one of them is starting to flag and fail, the other one brings the hope and optimism, and then they're basically literally like, I don't think it's conscious that they do this, because I've actually done this when it was the most difficult marathon I've ever ran was the New York Marathon, and I ran it with a friend, and we fed off each other that way. When I was feeling like shit, she was being positive, and vice versa. So we kept like pulling each other along on this terrible fucking marathon, because you had to go up and down all these goddamn hills. It's a tiny city. Why are there so many hills? But I feel like that's what Miller and Holden are doing to each other, is like just pulling each other along and also allowing. Nope. Okay. I mean,
it felt like 95%. It's like Miller saving their ass, Holden being a fucking wanker, and you know, right at the end, he's like, "I can see the exit. Let's jump in front of the wave of bullets. That'll get through." You know, like that's what it was.
I agree with Rob 100%. I don't think it was balanced.
Miller was giving up. Holden tried, but he came in with nothing but stupidity.
But I think also like Holden slipped in when also it was almost like Holden was too dumb to know that they were cooked, right? At that point.
Yeah.
Right? He was just like, okay, but Miller, what's the next thing you're going to do to save our asses? You know, it was kind of like, okay, like how are you gonna like get us out of this one, Miller? It was kind of the vibe I was getting, I guess.
And he seemed a bit less concerned about the radiation than Miller as well. Like he kind of knew like radiation's bad.
He was just ignoring it. He was actively ignoring it.
It was just
like, there's something in my shoe, and I'm just not gonna look at it. And like,
please, let's not discuss the shoe.
Sorry.
I was not happy with that being in textual form.
Well, and I will say, Amit made a specific comment in our notes that I definitely wanted to bring up, because she got really frustrated with Holden just being such a baby about like, wait, they left me? What? And I can't die. I'm not allowed to die. I'm invincible. And she got very annoyed with it. I'm trying to find the specific comment. But
yeah, that is the most typical Holden thing I would expect him to do. He's like, they weren't actually supposed to listen to me and not be heroes. They were supposed to like, what is that? That's that Firefly segment where Mal was like, okay, if I'm not back in 2 hours, you fucking come and get me. like he was just like, I don't know. I don't remember what he said, but he like flipped it on its head. You know, he was not like, if I'm not back in 5 hours, you leave and save yourselves. He was like, no, you like, fucking come and you get me. Yeah. And that's what Holden meant when he said, don't be a hero. But it's like, don't be a hero, but be a hero for me now.
Yeah. Also, I want to take a moment of appreciation. And now I know I'm making the assumption that Alex and Naomi are also perfectly fine. But I love how they've turned up at the Rocky and they are, you know, schloffing irradiated. They have bullet holes, busted limbs, badly fitting shoes, the whole 9 yards. All right. And there's Alex at the door, kitted out like he's fucking Rambo. Amos. Amos at the door, kitted out like he's fucking Rambo, being like, what took you so long? You know, like,
hey, Cap, you look like shit.
Yeah, they disappeared and got like, you know, Molden disappeared and just went through every problem they could find on the station. All right. Whereas the other three were like,
ran into every single problem.
Yeah, we gave it an hour and then we got back to the ship and I picked up some guns along the way and everybody's fine. It's just like,
It
You
is
know?
it is a fully armed Martian frigate. Like they did note the armory before, how many weapons there
Well,
were.
that's true. Well, even if they got there without collecting
Oh,
weapons on the
I
way,
totally would believe
They-
though that Amos just like started
Wait, wait.
clocking people and was
Yeah.
like, I've
Yeah,
got the one
like the mere
gun,
fact
I
that they
need
made
more.
it through seemingly unscathed, and
Yes.
Holden and Miller, of course, are freaking irradiated
Turned
and
up,
bullet riddled and like almost like not even able to make it there, is absolutely par for the course for them.
Yeah.
No Man
brilliant.
Garden says Amos had the map, all caps, to go shopping in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
This is, yeah. But yeah, no, I just love that. So sorry, more questions.
Oh, so we were talking a little bit about ethics before we started hating on Holden.
Did you find the quote? Sorry.
I know it's somewhere in here. I'm not paying attention to my notes anymore. I couldn't find it. It's somewhere in
You're taking
there.
it that far off the rails. She's like, my notes don't even relate to
Yeah,
what
there's
This is
Why
not
not?
where I was planning to go tonight.
Don't know what
Holden
fucking book
said,
you were reading, but you know, it's, my
"When you
notes are a different book.
through these chapters. Fuck me. So again, I don't know where I wrote this. What did you think about who did you think was right as they were following the mercs and they confront that one random vomit zombie and Miller goes to shoot him and Holden threatens him, was like, I swear to God, if you shoot anybody else without my permission, you're not getting on my ship. And Miller is trying to explain, like, shooting him is the nicest thing that's going to happen to him today. Who do you think was right in that moment and why?
Miller.
Okay.
Because that guy was dead.
shocked by that.
Basically.
We
Like,
kind of already covered that.
Yeah.
Like Miller was making the correct decisions and Holden was just
Even though, so you agree with the 2 people, the 3 people, 4 people before that Miller shot?
what, the bad guys that he shot? Who were literally trapping people to become food for a zombie for Placentamon? Yeah, like I'm okay with them being shot. I think that's
to me, I mean, maybe it's I've watched too much Star Trek, but all of those people were red shirts, you know, to me.
Yeah.
They were all red shirts and it was just like they were just there to die, you know. And Holden getting caught up about red shirts was just stupid because the bigger calamity was not he wasn't being focused on the big picture, and that was kind of dumb. Miller was trying to get them out of the bad situation they were in, and Holden was tunnel visioning in, and that's what I was saying. Like it seemed to me like he was being contrary because he was scared and he didn't know what was next, and he was trying to hold it back. He was trying to delay. He was trying to like put up walls or barriers from them continuing forward because he didn't know, he wasn't in control of the situation. He didn't know, and so he was kind of like freezing up, and that was coming out as aggressive denial of Miller's instinctive, correct instincts. Yeah.
even the Mr. Moral High Ground himself, Captain Jean-Luc Picard, was willing to shoot a fellow crew member who was being assimilated by the Borg, because in that situation there was no way to stop him being assimilated, and the only way to stop him from suffering and then also becoming part of the enemy, part of the problem, was to kill him. He did that with a moment's hesitation at most in the movie First Contact. So
What if Holden is actually infected, and that's why he didn't want any more people being shot? Like Placentamon was taking over his brain at that point and wanting to prevent Miller from killing any more placenta babies. And so this is why Holden
self-preservation.
It was a self-preservation instinct. Like, don't kill. I have a kinship with these soon-to-be vomit zombies, and I want to goo all over them. I want to goo with them. We want to have goo parties. The goo orgies were going to be wild, and that guy looks like a good time. And all of these are like involuntary at this point. But
And that's why at the end he had the energy to get them back to the Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was
Right.
Miller.
No, but right at the end, it's like Holden's like, no, we can jump, we
Holden
can go,
takes
we can
Miller.
do. Yeah, when Miller just kind of done. Like Holden's like, no, I can do it.
So Placentamon takes pity on the tiny Earther and makes him the new hive mind.
No, it's about propagation of the species. You want like at that point, it's about getting off the freaking rock and going and spreading more placenta googes all over the galaxy. And Holden is infected.
So Lifeline Full asks, so what you're saying, Mel, is that Amos should shoot Holden immediately at the beginning of the next chapter.
100%.
Yes.
But like
and we should
in a
do
way
that
that his goo does not go explodey, so he might have to use a smaller map gun. Something smaller, not the bazooka.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Tase that fucker and leave him out the airlock. So
Okay, but so how does that Placentamon using Holden to prevent the loss of more meat for the machine, I guess, how does that square with Holden just shooting the fuck out of the other guy in the previous scene then? Because he just goes to town there.
Hadn't quite got to him yet then. Like hadn't saw what was happening, was like, oh, I need to we need to stop this, but it wasn't quite in control. Or
it spreads quickly, but not that quickly, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it hadn't gotten to his brain yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. With time, some things take time.
Yeah.
Not everything's a lice. Yeah. There we go. Next questions.
Skeeter, do you have any more questions?
We go back to the dinosaurs one more time in the final Miller chapter. So this is clearly an important plot point. Do you think we'll be hearing more about the dinosaurs and the man in the pink hat?
There were more dinosaurs in the last chapter?
Holden starts singing again.
He starts singing again.
I just thought it was like, this was like a Barney I Love You situation where it's like stuck in his head.
No, we're not singing that song.
This is like his mind just like being taken over by the goo, and it's just getting stuck in a train of thought like the song, just to keep him distracted.
Placentamon also loves paracephalosaurs and wants to learn more.
Yeah,
that's fair. Dinosaurs are cool.
Dinosaurs are cool.
Right,
especially the one that they think when it makes noise, it sounds like a freaking trumpet out their horn, and their horn was like a noise maker.
It's that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's like makes music out the top of their head hole. That's going to be Holden. It's going to make music out the top of his head hole.
So, in the Discord, Heather Sadai asked, "What kind of corporation do you think Protogen is?"
It's a secret subdivision of the OPA.
Oh,
run by Palpatine Johnson.
What kind of corporation? So Protogen, I thought it was a security company like Star Helix, but like a competitor of Star Helix. I think Protogen was hired by whoever did the Phoebe experiment.
Okay, so Protogen's like a subcontractor, a security subcontractor?
Yeah. I thought Protogen was just a security.
Okay.
I haven't gotten, I don't know if if Protogen is the big bad corporation. I guess it could be. I guess I just haven't learned enough about Protogen beyond clearly security is what unless I'm misremembering something, I've only heard them talked about in context of security-ishness.
Yeah.
Like, I just assumed they were another Star Helix-like company.
Yeah, we haven't actually, we know Star Helix is like an Earth company, but have we heard who controls Protogen? Like, is that another Earth company as well? Did we
Yeah,
hear that
I'm
yet?
not sure.
It's an Earth company.
It is an
Uh,
Earth company. Okay.
I was gonna say it could be like a Luna company, like where
The Luna and Earth are
Yeah.
the same
Okay.
thing. The same thing.
Yeah. Same thing. Okay, cool.
That's not what I did.
Did they? I'm just curious. Did they touch the showers afterwards? You know, so.
Yeah. So I did find where. So I turned it to the comment to Amis, but it was actually Heather, and then that's why I couldn't find it. Said as Holden begins to realize he might not survive this predicament he got himself into, he knows the universe without him, and it didn't make any sense. Narcissist much? So.
Yeah, it was very narcissistic.
Yeah, it was kind of a bold line.
Yeah. It's almost like he's breaking the fourth wall. I am one of the main characters in this story. You cannot kill me yet.
Mm-hmm. Well, and in
So,
this chat
yeah.
earlier, Oliver's Ears asked, do you think any of the characters don't make it to book 2?
I could tell you who I wish didn't make it to book 2.
Holden.
Yeah, yeah, Holden.
Well, you just airlocked Holden's leg, so
It's
Right,
true.
right.
I'm gonna take
Piece by piece.
parts but at a time until there's nothing left but a disembodied placentamon head with tentacles
God.
coming out of it, like Medusa like.
Yeah.
I like, if I'm honest, I feel like the Rossi crew feels like they all have main character energy.
Yeah.
Like even Alex.
I feel like yeah.
I feel like
I feel
Alex is at most risk of not being a main character, but he's got pretty good main character energy to me. I don't know.
I feel like there's something waiting for him. Like at some point, there's
like we haven't met.
he has a
We
part.
haven't had his story yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we like whose story have we had besides?
he is the only pilot.
Yeah, they do kind of
Exactly.
need him to stay.
Yeah, he's the only pilot. Amos seems to be their only guy, really, who's consistently good with weapons and such, things like that. Has good knowledge base there. Naomi seems to be the only one that keeps everyone on the straight and narrow and can handle her shit, despite when we do see moments of her being like,
So
I'm
they
really
would
sorry,
be
I couldn't handle that.
absolutely as they presented from our perspective in these 4 chapters, completely fine without Holden and completely
Yes.
capable of getting themselves out of trouble.
They'd probably be in less trouble.
Yeah,
But if
Yeah,
we
they
didn't have Holden,
they'd
getting
still
them
be
in
chilling on the
trouble, it wouldn't be
fucking-
as interesting of a story. So we
That's
do
true,
need
yeah.
Holden to stick around because he helps make the story interesting and makes me angry. So
Well, and as Snowman Garden says, who would make the coffee if Holden wasn't
yeah,
there?
there we go. Yeah,
somebody
so-
who would make less than 50 cups of coffee, even though there's only 4 people on the fucking shit.
we need Miller to help us dig through the story and push the investigative side of it. We need Holden for making the story interesting and being a dickhead, because we always need a character like that. We need Naomi to keep everything on the straight and narrow and keep our other people alive. Alex to drive and Amos to shoot. I don't think we right now in this current situation. Yeah, there's a lot of main character energy for all of them. I don't think. But whether so we get to the end of the story.
I could see Naomi going out because she's too perfect. Like
Like
from the
fridging?
perspective, it's not fridging at this point because she's a character that has like a story arc and all that stuff. Like she's established. She doesn't exist just to die, right? I mean, that's kind of what fridging is, right? Is a character whose existence is to die. But
she won't die to motivate Holden.
I could see her being removed from the story to add another element of difficulty for the rest of the crew because they don't have Naomi. So I could see her if someone wasn't going to survive. I'm not saying that she's not. I'm just saying if someone wasn't going to survive, Naomi is a good character to move out because it would up the ante on the drama because they
You-
wouldn't have their brain anymore.
Yeah.
Julie
Yeah, no,
was-
I know Julie was fridged, but you know, I was just like, I was using it from the side of like killing a woman to motivate a man side of the fridging.
I mean, yes.
not
And
necess- yeah.
yes.
I understand that fridging is typically a woman who has no story as well, but you know, if the purpose of a woman dying in the story is purely to motivate a man, I'm like, I still put that in the fridging category.
Yes, agreed.
But you've kind of talked me into a prediction. So are you ready, Leigh?
1 second, I'm responding to like Blinded Fool telling him he's in timeout.
Why? Oh no! We're gonna highlight.
No, I don't like it.
Like Blinded Fool
I'm not
chat said
highlighting.
maybe he said maybe Shed can come back as a placenta minion. So,
Oh, this is the one I was timeouting him. for.
if you rearrange the letters in placenta minion, you get mini placentamon with only an additional M for molar mass. Coincidence? Oh. Anyway, are you ready? Official prediction.
Yes, I'm ready for an official prediction.
Okay. I predict that Naomi dies before the end of this book. However, she won't actually be dead. She'll come back in book 2 as a surprise.
Mm.
So you're predicting a fake out
A
Nakomi.
fake out death?
A fake out death for
Naomi.
Yeah. And I want to say she comes back in book 2, but there is a small chance that she'll be back in this book. Like if her fake out death happens early enough in this book, she'll be back in this book. If it happens later in this book, she'll be back in book 2.
Okay.
Because we didn't get the fake out Havy death yet, so you know.
We just don't have enough information about Havy.
He's
Yeah.
dead.
He's not dead. Anyway, there you go.
Maybe the zombies came from Ganymede.
Skeeter, any more questions or thoughts from you?
No, I think we've gotten through most of the important points of this. Light Blinded Fool would be mad if I didn't mention that we did get not one but 2 mentions of Shed in these chapters.
Yes,
We keep
Shed.
bringing it back.
I did start this from like early, like there was a lot of conversation about Shed at the very beginning of this episode in chat.
there you go.
So so
That was, let's be clear, that was Holden's memory of Shed.
Yeah, it wasn't Mel's.
And we've already established that Holden's brain is infected with goo.
At that stage as well. Like, yeah, no, I think this was just, you know, thinking well of the dead sort of situation. Like, well, we had a medic, and you know, but now we don't.
Yeah, because didn't he say he missed him or something, or he wished that Shed was there? And
Another
and I
moment
was-
of humanity.
And I just
from
had a
him.
moment. I was like, why? Why? What did he
'Cause-
do?
Because then
Do
the
you have
medical
syphilis?
concerns could be passed to someone else, you know? Yeah, maybe they're like, you know
Maybe-
what? This is very similar to how syphilis spreads.
They were
And
concerned.
oh my
about
god,
the
can you imagine
Buddhists.
if that was it? Can you imagine if that was the
Being
answer to this? Like the way to stop placentamon was to use the cure for syphilis.
Yeah,
oh my god, so Uno
Oh my god, that would be so good. So
Uno
so
just
good.
joined, and that is such a weird place for them to happen.
Welcome,
Good morning,
Uno.
Una.
We're talking about how the cure for syphilis will accidentally be the cure to stop placentamon.
That's it.
Oh.
That's it.
Placentamon
And-
is a syphilis. Is that what you're saying?
Is a form of is a cousin to syphilis, and Shed's personal research on trying to stop syphilis will lead to a cure to stop placentamon.
I'm not
have
writing
much
that
higher
down.
regard for placentamon than
I'm
that.
not
I think
writing that
placentamon is much more interesting than syphilis. It did absorb Captain Darren and make him like be a
Who we
headless
all know is
minion.
fucking amazing. It's basically Superman.
Superman. Superman to the rescue.
Okay.
Let me
Is
pour
it-
myself another beer.
Is it Placentamon Superman is like an intermediate between Megamon and Placentamon, or is Superman like the is it Placentamon, Megamon, Superman?
I
Like,
think
which is it?
I think it depends.
Is
on whether
Ultraman in there
the-
somewhere?
Ultraman.
Is
I mean-
Ultraman higher or lower than Megamon?
That's
so
what I'm
no, here we go.
asking.
So Megamon is when there's just too much meat for the machine, and it just the bulk is just there. So
Sorry.
Megamon just is a size thing. Superman is when you just you get a bunch of really clever people getting absorbed by Placentamon. It's just like, oh, now I'm like Superman, like Megamind type thing.
Okay.
And then Ultraman is when Placentamon has absorbed too many like partially robotic people, such as Holden and Miller in the next chapter, when they have artificial limbs, and so it's like a cyborg type thing. That's Ultraman.
Okay.
So I think we might need to do a poll because I disagree with Light Blinded Pool. I think it's Ultra, Mega, then Super.
I'm kind of with you there. Yeah.
This is good. That's a 3. That's
I don't even know what we're talking about at this point.
There are 9 combinations that you could do there.
Yeah, and I have 4 options for a vote.
So, but I think we all agree that Ultra is on the top. So that gives you 2 other options. So Ultra, then Super Mega, or Ultra Mega Super.
There we go. So write Super Mega or Mega Super in chat.
Yeah. Or
Wait,
I don't fucking care.
Wait, can we do polls? We can do
You
polls.
can do polls.
yeah.
Rob,
I
you're the one
I
who
can
did
do
this.
this.
Last week and they didn't work.
Right,
Rob,
one second.
you have the power to do polls.
Sorry. I mean,
What do you do, Leigh-A?
well, I polls in
I
StreamYard,
don't
sorry.
know
In this-
how to. I do think I do have the power.
It's the
I just don't
widget
know.
button. The button that says
I'm
widget.
there. I'm doing it. So is it Mega over Super or Super over Mega?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And then just a reminder,
Save.
because the polls are new, you type
So-
in 1 or 2.
Yes. Type in 1 or 2 in chat, folks. 1 for Mega over Super, 2 for Super over Mega. That apparently says no Super. Ignore the no part. That's me typing that
Oh, this
incorrectly.
works, I guess.
Yeah.
It wasn't working last time. It wasn't showing the results live. Like, it was collecting them, but it wasn't showing them live.
I don't. Maybe it was just
It
having.
was to
a bad
us in the audience, or I saw
It
it.
was last time. It was.
I think
Oh,
so.
weird! I wasn't seeing it. That's
I'm
so
making that up in
strange.
my head. I could be making that up, but I feel like it was.
Well, I can hide it so the results aren't on screen just yet, but I still get the results in the background and I can show you what you've all voted. So yeah, is 1 for Mega over Super, 2 for Super over Mega. I have the power of Placentamon. By the power of Placentamon, I compel you to answer.
It's
All right.
because he's a placenta spawn.
You know, as much as I was looking forward to discussing these chapters, I knew I was going to be thoroughly disgusted in the
Yeah.
entire
right,
episode.
Is it time for wrap-up questions?
Yes, I think we're basically there. So, what is the most IL moment in these 4 chapters?
I'm gonna go with running past the corridor with the guns blazing, trying to make it like, because running
Yeah.
through fire feels very IU.
Yeah, okay. I can see that. I don't know if there were any real IEL moments in this.
You don't think just
I
the
mean-
will to survive, even though you're irradiated, and moments from death, and in impossible odds?
I mean, I don't think you have to be IEL to be that stubborn.
Obviously, Holden fucking did it, so.
The Wetlander would think that.
Holden got towed by Miller, so maybe he had a bunch of stone dogs with the idiots who were like trying to line back rush the mafia guys.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, and got mowed down in the process. So yeah, we'll say a bunch of stone dogs there.
That is the most Shido thing Mel has said all day. Like, yeah, that was funny. A bunch of people constantly getting mowed down.
That was very shadow, yes. All right.
Skeeter, did you have a IL moment for these chapters?
Maybe just the closing line that it's just Amos coming in point with a very stabbing.
What the fuck happened to you?
Like
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I think it was Jesus, Captain. You look like shit.
Yeah. Although, please tell me that line made it into the TV show. That's all I hope for.
You're gonna have to Raffo that one.
Waffle.
I mean, eventually.
Waffo. Yeah, sorry, not Raffo. Anyways, which I don't know if this one's applicable. Which character? Because I think we just discussed it. Which characters in the chapters act most like Aiel? I don't think that's applicable. Do you all think it's applicable?
No. Sometimes these two questions, like sometimes they overlap in our answer. I think.
Overlap there.
Yeah.
All right. So it sounds like we're moving on. Who is the token Wetlander in these chapters?
Holden. And a bit of Miller, but mostly Holden.
That's good. Mel.
It's Holden.
Yes.
Who else
Skeeter.
would it be?
Making it 3.
Oh, we could give it to that one mafia guy who tried to like talk his way out of getting
Co.
Yeah,
yes.
Co.
He
Co's a
just
good
starts
contender.
going total derp. And
Total
it's
derp.
like, it's just like, oh, we're buddies now, right? Oh,
Yeah.
you
Okay. Okay.
yeah, you just shot my buddy, but we're cool.
Let's give it to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do have an alternate answer for that one too, though. The
Okay.
lawyer guy that just like has no awareness of his situation. Just like getting in the mafia guy's face until he just fucking shoots him.
I do like the
Yes.
guys.
Alrighty. Stabbiest moment.
Stabbiest moment. I'm not saying he was right, but it kind of felt quite stabby when Holden was like, if you don't shoot anyone without my permission, without my express permission first, you don't get a ride on my ship. It kind of felt a little like, verbally stabby from the wrong side
It was
of morality.
really threatening.
Yeah.
I also really
I'll leave you here to
appreciated
die.
like Miller, like just like holding him to that, like making
Yes.
him give him permission to shoot
Or it's
at
like,
the end.
can I kill these people? And like Holden's answer is
What
like,
did
That's
you
pretty Aiel. That's a pretty
That
Aiel.
was pretty ideal. Like
Yeah.
not shooting until and
Like,
he said, what did he say?
I'm
Something
following
about
the
food or something. What
it's
did he
called like
say?
I didn't come dressed cold for this cold weather or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah, something like that. That was funny.
Which
That'd
I
be
still
Lionel's
don't
game.
understand what the fuck that means. Like
I
I've
don't-
read these so
I
many
didn't-
times and I'm just
I
like
didn't understand what that meant. I knew what he was doing, but I didn't understand what the actual phrase.
well, and
meant.
I've always thought, and I always confuse these, that Miller was the one to put on the armor first, but no, it's Holden the one, and Miller's just like, I was just gonna kill the motherfuckers. And Holden's like, no, let's put on the armor and try to run past. So when I thought that's what the like, I didn't come dressed for this cold weather. Like in my head, I'm like, oh, you want to get the armor, but that's not at all.
No,
Anyways,
he
I'm still
he
confused what
wasn't
the fuck that
shooting. He
means.
wasn't shooting until he had permission. He was waiting.
Yeah.
Anyways, so anybody else for stabby moments?
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I did also like when he was just like in the neck. It's like when Miller was like, shoot him in the neck.
Stop wasting your fucking bullets.
If it doesn't, shoot him in the neck.
How many times do I have to tell you?
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah. It also kind of reinforces the plot armor of them leaping through that corridor and like only having bullet holes in like limbs that aren't behind the armor.
Yeah.
So it kind of fits in with that. Yeah.
I didn't dress real warm. Yeah,
Oh, that is what Miller said. Oh.
I didn't dress real warm.
Thank you.
Interesting.
All right. Who earned G and or toe Y in these chapters.
Okay, Naomi, Amos, Alex,
Yes.
all the G for just like fucking off and getting back to the ship with clearly no issue.
Yeah,
Not being a fucking hero.
and Miller getting G for being like, okay, fine, I won't shoot anyone unless you say so, and actually sticking to that.
He did
There's
stick
definite-
to
yeah,
it. Yes.
Definite G there. So, and then toe for Miller for being Miller in these chapters where it's just like just getting. Sorry, Holden. Yes, sorry, toe for Holden being a Holden. Sorry, yes.
How about just Molden?
Well,
I mean-
also toe for Miller for like getting a little bit too trigger happy too. I mean,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But
Skeeter?
yes, Holden just being his normal self is also generally TOEFL.
His TOEFL self, yes.
Yeah, I think there's so many comments. It's always Holden.
Always Holden.
So many comments, but yes. So
Look, at least
Skeeter,
we're
any...
consistent.
Yes. For you?
Yeah, just a slight amount of secondary G. Maybe this is more of a Taviran thing, but like to the guy that just instigates a fight that takes care of their biggest obstacle, like their biggest remaining at that point. Back to the show.
Valid.
Yeah. He's like, I sense plot armor needs to move through this area.
Everyone step aside. Let's shoot at each other from a distance.
Let's
Make it
all take cover away from where the action is that we're
Yes.
seeing. Yeah.
It's almost like there needs to be more chapters and books after this. Cool. So that's it for the IL questions. Light Blinded Fool asks a very interesting question. So 5 chapters next week.
One chapter.
It's one chapter, right?
Two chapters.
Oh.
So
Is it?
yes. So with an asterisk to this conversations. Yes. So next week, let me double check that I'm getting my notes correct.
Oh, maybe
I
it was
don't
4, 2, and then 1. Maybe
I don't
that's
know if
the
I
one.
signed up for an asterisk. I don't know if I signed up for that.
So it's 2 chapters next week, but we may have to delay the readings by another week. One of our first time readers may or may not be here. We won't know until
Was it Tuesday?
Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll make an announcement. Well, regardless, plan for chapters. If Mel can't make it, we are looking at alternative ideas for shows. So if you have ideas, we've already asked this before, but keep throwing other ideas of what you want us to talk about when we need to do a little time filler. And
If we can't make it, yeah. This is true.
So, but yes,
All right.
plan for 2 chapters next week.
Awesome.
Got it.
And I think that's it. So yeah, next week we will be talking, if all goes planned, but the very next time we talk about the book, regardless whether that's next week or the week after, we will be talking about chapters 32 and 33 of The Expanse. 32 is a Miller chapter, and 33 is a Holden chapter. Surprise!
I think we need to do something, guys. Since Skeeter is here with us. Skeeter.
Mhm.
Tell people what they need to comment about on YouTube.
Skeeter is pretty much the only person who comments consistently week in and week out, and actually calls me out when I forget to ask you to comment. So yes, please.
So yes, so Skeeter, now you give them the topic.
All right.
FYI, sperm was not a popular one last week, so just giving you some context.
Now we have
I answered it.
Mel was there before anybody.
I don't know. Tell us your vomit zombie escape plan. Your go-to. We all have our basic
Ooh.
zombie plan. I think we've
Snack,
all thought
yeah.
about this at one point or another. Tell us your vomit zombie escape plan, just the first step or two of it.
How are you escaping Eros from the vomit zombies? I like this. This is good.
It's good.
This is
That's
real
good.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yes. And as an added incentive to everyone, whoever comments their zombie escape plan from Eros on this, before we start our next chapter review show, be that next week or the week after, every single one of you will go into the draw, and I will spin your names in our spinny wheel, and I will send a secret prize to that person.
Ooh.
So there's your incentive to comment. Now, I don't know what else I can do to get you to comment on the YouTube video, but there we go. So, because week in, week out, there's like 2 or 3 of you that do it, and that's it.
Free shit's always good.
I'm going to send you some free shit. I'll figure it out.
Yes,
Not
and
sure
it
what
needs to be
exactly.
on the YouTube, not just in this
Yes.
chat, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like on the YouTube video after the live is finished. Commenting during live chat doesn't show up on the video afterwards, although it does when you play it live chat will eventually reload.
But it doesn't feed that algorithm.
But that doesn't feed the algorithm, baby. Feed the algorithm and get the other Expanse fans here so they can also, like us, be really confused about how Placentamon is going to take over the galaxy ready for books.
I do think we do have more viewers tonight than we've had, because I'm a data person. My eyes keep on those things. So, and you guys can't see it on YouTube, but we can see it here in StreamYard. How many viewers we have? So
we need more of you. So, all right. I think that's it. So we'll be back next week, regardless whether it is books or not. So please come back and join us next week at 9 p.m. Eastern here on the Malkier Talks YouTube channel. For those that are listening, we love you, Charlies. Thank you so much. We hope to see you at some point, but please come visit the chat feature anyway and tell us your thoughts on this. I will do my best to make sure to upload this sound over the weekend. I remembered last week and I felt very productive about it. But yeah, big round of applause to Skeeter for our standing host this week. Thank you so much. Bravo to you, sir. I hope you've enjoyed it and you weren't too terrified by the extra questions at the beginning. And fair warning to anyone else. Yeah. Fair warning to anyone else who come and guest hosts with us. We will ask you to do the recap. And we probably won't remind you until the moment that we need the recap to happen. Because we're good like that. Totally deliberate.
Totally.
Totally. Yeah. So much love to all of you. Amis will be back next week. And until then, folks, go out, have some fun, and may you always find love, water, and shade. Bye.
Bye.
May you always find love, water, and shade.